Guys, here we go. We just went live. We are kicking off what is slated to be a legendary stream. Today, we push the Bitcoin app closer to reality. The MVP that we started yesterday is taking shape, and every line of code matters. We better give some good prompts, because if this works, this could become a brand new category. And if it breaks, we'll fix it live. So this is raw, behind the scenes, big stakes. Let's build. I got a countdown here. I'm going to do some audio checks, make sure that this is live, and then I'll give you guys a little bit more of a breakdown of what we got coming. This is going to be dope. Are you guys fired up? Are you not entertained? What we have on the way is going to change the game. All right, 3.5 minutes. 3.5 minutes, and then we're getting going. We're getting our next energy drink ready. Because for what is about to transpire on this stream, we're going to need to have our full energy. If you were on the stream yesterday, you see that we still got it. We still got the vibe coding capabilities. Many people were doubting us, but I think that, you guys are going to get to see this in real time. We're literally on this stream. We only vibe coded, I think, for an hour and a half, under 2 hours yesterday. We were vibe coding. And today, on this stream, we are going to make it happen. Bane, great question in the chat. I am on desktop, multi-streaming. I can see your chat in Kick. Let's see. If you put a chat on YouTube, I think I should be able to see it. I think if you chat on Kick or YouTube, I will be able to see it. But we can test it out. If you're on Twitch, put something in and we'll see. Oh, you know what? I'm seeing some chats on YouTube in here. I guess I can't see the YouTube chat, right? All right, I guess I can see it. Oh, wait. No, I can see it. I can see it. All right, here we go. Here we go. All right. Someone on Twitch, give me a shout out on Twitch. Let me see if I can see the chat on Twitch as well. See the YouTube and the Kick chat going. All right, final minute countdown. This is going to be big. I'm going to show you guys how to build a potentially multi-million-dollar software product in under 2 hours. I'm just going to do it with you guys live. If you want to see how we got to where we are now, I did a live yesterday. So as a heads up, if you want to see how we got to the starting point that we're getting to in 40 seconds. I was going to do it all in one stream yesterday, but then my buddy Jensen called me up. Jensen Huang, you guys might know. He called me up and he wanted to get Korean barbecue. And so I said no, obviously, because we were building the app. And then he was very convincing. And we ended up going to get Korean barbecue. So we're finishing it up today. We do have a timeline because we're going to Beverly Hills later to meet up with someone and film. All right, here we go. All right, guys, the countdown has finished. Okay, looks like Twitch chat is not popping up because it didn't pop up here. So if you want to chat, go to Kick, go to YouTube. Also make sure you subscribe on Kick and YouTube because those are the two channels where I'm going to be able to consistently see what you guys are chatting about. All right, guys, I'm gonna give you guys the breakdown here of how all this works before I start touching stuff. So here we go. You guys might be wondering, Will, what is on screen here? And I will explain it, but listen to me, don't focus on the screen right now. Right now, many people are wondering, they're like, how do we make something happen? I have no idea how to build a software product. I have no idea how to do X, Y, and Z. And you know what? Normally, you just want to focus on building a good team, right? But you might have zero capabilities to build a team. You might not have any of those skills yet. Maybe you're passionate about vibe coding and this is going to become your superpower. Well, if you want vibe coding to become your superpower, I'm going to show you how to actually get started, how to vibe code. So there's a product that we are using to vibe code called Replit. I was one of the biggest users of this many moons ago in vibe coding terms, but many months ago. And someone from the Replit team actually reached out to me. So the reason why I tell you this is because I have put in so many hours vibe coding on Replit. So I am kind of a pro, okay? Not to pat myself on the back, but I'm a pro, okay? And so here, you're looking at Replit. This is about, like I mentioned, and just under 2 hours into a project. And this is what we've built. Look at this. So I'll tell you a little bit about the thesis for the product and what we're doing. Also, guys, if the music's distracting at any point, you want me to turn it down, you want me to change anything, let me know. But I'm just keeping the music going to keep the vibes high, but just wanted to throw that out there. So this is what we built. We built this. It's not fully functional yet though, just to be clear. So the whole purpose of the website that we're building right now and this MVP, if you haven't heard the term MVP, that's minimal viable product, okay? You want to get an MVP out because it lets you get feedback. It lets you get whatever it is that you want to build out into the world, get it in the hands of users, and then get feedback and build. Because imagine you waste all your time trying to build something that you think is perfect, and then all of a sudden you get feedback from users and you wasted a bunch of your time. Minimal viable product. We want to test the idea. We want to see if it's good. So right here, our minimal viable product. We might be over-engineering it, but I'm pretty confident that this is going to be useful. So when someone comes onto the website, we just want them to be able to place a bet, okay? Will BTC be up or down from the price by the time of the countdown? And so we want to have like a daily bet. People go on, they bet once a day, and they can bet up or down. And you know, there's pools with implied odds. So that's how this works. I mean, super simple, nothing complex. You know, because the idea is maybe we can create a ton of markets and then any creator who wants to put a bet out can go put their bet from Twitter, drive their audience in, and then have markets, and then we could have a ton of markets. But first, we need to focus on one bet. So Bitcoin. Will Bitcoin be up or down? And so in order to make this product work and make it so you can bet, it needs a number of different things, right? So people, when you go to the website, you need to know what it is. So we just like plaster that here. Will Bitcoin, BTC close up or down? You know, maybe we can make something a little bit more obvious, like actually showing the price. Maybe that would be good because now that I'm thinking about this, we don't really see what the price that they're betting on is. So, you know, already we're getting feedback here. Okay, so that's, oh wait. Oh yeah. So, and then we got the total pool. So this is how much money's been wagered. And then the amount that bet it would be up, and then the amount that bet it would be down, and then your implied payout. Right? So, I mean, I'm already seeing ways to improve this app, but this is good. You know, we're building this app. This is kind of, it's a good thing that we're recognizing this now. So I'm actually, it's a good thing that I gave you guys this breakdown of where we're at, what we're doing, because I'll probably try and change this a little bit more. But the goal is, let me tell you kind of where we're at with the project. The goal is, yeah, so in the chat, you're correct. This is an app that someone can just go on and bet on the price of Bitcoin. Yeah, super simple. So they go on. And so if you think about it, how are you going to bet on the price of Bitcoin? Well, you have to connect a wallet, right? So we've built it out so you can connect your Solflare or Phantom wallet. Then you connect it, and then it would be connected, right? The product's not fully built out yet, but yeah, let's say we want to bet up, bet 500. Let's bet $500 on up. Bet 500, potential payout $903, 1.81 payout. So see how it changed the payout based on the amount, because the implied payout changes because we just put more money on it going up. And then yeah, I mean, and then you just connect the wallet. But yeah, guys, this is where we're at. We've built this. I think that this is very close to the user interface, the UI. I'm gonna keep using that term, UI, user interface. This is close to the UI that we want, right? And I think that the UX, the user experience, UX, I'm gonna keep using that term, now you know that. I think that the UX, we wanna keep as simple and easy to use as possible, right? So I think that the UI is good. When people go to the website, they know what they want, what they can do, and it's pretty clear what the payout is. As soon as the payout finishes, we want the money to get sent to their wallet from the pool. So this is obviously something that we're going to need to test out. There's mock data in here, so there's not like $30,000 locked on this product right now, because it's not even functional yet. But I think, so this is where we're at, right? So you might be thinking, Will, how the heck did we get here, right? How did you build this? I built this with almost zero brain power and in a very short period of time. And I'm teaching you the secrets. I can't believe I'm sharing this on the internet, because whoever sees this has a massive advantage over everyone else. All right, here's how we do this. I do not like this flavor. You have to get a different flavor. Okay. So I'm going to show you my other screen. So this is exactly how we built this, okay? Without trying to waste a bunch of time on this stream. Long story short, before you vibe code, this is the most important thing. If you mess this up, everything else is going to be super messed up. You need to know what you're building. You need to know what the experience is looking like, who's going to use it, and why they would use it. And if you can't define these things, then you're just going to be in this like random, how do I put it? You're just going to mess everything up. Just trust me. Because like, if you get really far building something, and then all of a sudden you want to start changing everything because you didn't know what you actually needed to do in the first place, then it's a mess, okay? So first things first, know the scope. Clearly, we know the scope. It's like, okay, what are people going to do on the website? They're going to go bet on what they think is going to happen on Bitcoin. Who's going to use it? People who want to do that. Bitcoiners, other people who like, you know, it's pretty obvious, pretty simple use case. So step one, done. We laid out then, and we did this brainstorming with ChatGPT. We thought, okay, how would that actually work, right? Like, okay, how are people going to get connect their wallets, all these things? And we just brainstormed with GPT, and we asked some questions, and we told GPT to be the best vibe coder and CTO and entrepreneur of all time, and then help us, and prompt engineer of all time, and then help us come up with the prompts to put into Replit, because we don't want to write the prompts because we're not smart enough. You're not smart enough. Like, trust me, you are way too stupid to be writing these prompts if you want to actually build a good product. So if ChatGPT, once it's got all the context, write the prompts, then we put that prompt in, it built for 20 something minutes, and then it kept building and building. And then here's the big key. You see these screenshots? Yeah, we're not writing prompts. We're having AI build it. So this chat is already like the best vibe coder, CTO, entrepreneur, prompt engineer in the world. We just take screenshots from Replit. So it's got all the context on what's been built and what we are building. And then we just keep passing it back and forth and we let it cook. Okay, so catching up to present, now you guys are fully caught up. Our last prompt, we were giving the rest of the context in terms of where we're at, okay? So this is, I actually don't even think I really read this full thing. So I'm just gonna skim this and then tell you what we're gonna do. So where we're at, we got our front end, admin dev tools page. Big strategic call, how do we use this most intelligent? The worst thing is keep fusing more complexity into a centralized backend and drift away from our actual goal on-chain. Best move, freeze your off-chain user experience and API prototype and start building the real Solana program in parallel. Use this Replit app as the canonical UX shape of all flows, reference for Anchor Pro. Okay, then move the ledger of truth on-chain, keep Postgres purely for analytics and mirroring. Okay. Clean phase plan from here, freeze and snapshot what you have, stop letting Replit agent keep improving the UI or shape or good, more agents runs equals risk of bloat and drift. Okay. Quick manual pass, place of it, admin page. Confirm. This lock's gonna work in prototype. Okay. Minimal Solana program. Okay, so I'm gonna give you guys a quick tidbit here. So I haven't explained this yet. So let's say that you actually want to use this. Like we said, you got to connect a wallet. We're going to have people deposit and bet with a stable coin tied to the Solana blockchain. Okay. I hope that makes sense, because obviously you can't do normal financial bank transfers and everything, because that would just become a mess and be way too slow and the fees would be too high. But Solana blockchain, you use a stable coin, US dollar tied stable coin, and it's going to be very cheap, instantaneous, and allow people to do it. So this is saying, the reason why I tell you this is the way that this is set up, it's saying we should freeze the UI, not make any more changes to it because it said that it looks good, and then go and create a separate, like start actually building out the back end and everything that's going to get the USDC transfers and all that to work. And so it wants me to create a separate repo for the Solana program to do that. To be honest, I've never done this. I've never built anything like this. So you guys, and I like this because you guys are seeing in real time me try and figure this out and do it. And I know that I can do it because I've got ChatGPT and problem solving. So I'll show you exactly in real time how we do this. This is what we do with any problem. I'm not even a coder, right? I'm just doing this. And you can do that with anything in business where you don't know what you're doing and you just have the mindset like, okay, we'll figure this out. I'll figure it out right here on stream. I've never built anything like this. The last thing I built was actually an app called Fuck It. I vibe coded this, fuckit.ai. It's kind of like LinkedIn. Let me see if I can show you on the other screen here. Yeah, so I built Fuck It. fuckit.ai, Fukit.ai, for fun. It's kind of like LinkedIn. I mean, it can open up the links that you include on your posts. I mean, we vibe coded this, and that was many months ago when vibe coding was a lot harder. So we'll be able to figure this out. So real quick, and I'll bring you back to ChatGPT because, yeah. All right. Also, I just want to say we're 20 minutes into the stream. If we were in, let's say, competition trying to go quickly, we could obviously go much faster than we're doing right now. But so here's rule number one. When we're unsure, we ask what to do and we give more context. So we've given the context of everything that we've done. It's saying to wire the Replit front end. Replit is the place where we've been building to the real program. And so TLDR, freeze the Replit project as V0, no more agent workflows, connect your wallet and walk the whole flow yourself to really internalize it. Then separate the anchor repo, which is where the Solana backend will live, and implement the single parimutuel program above. Once deployed on DevNet, edit the Solana client file in Replit to use the real program ID, fetch real market account state, and send real place bet and claim payout transactions. When that's working, you've got a live USDC DevNet. USDC, as a heads up, is like the USD stablecoin, like the money, basically, that people are going to use to interact with it. From there, everything else, mainnet, creator expansion. Okay. So here's what I'll say. And also, you guys need to do this. Whenever you're building and you're unsure, like, I don't know what to do next, to be completely honest with you. Like, I don't know what the best path is, but I know a couple of things. So I'm just going to voice it all out and then see what it thinks we should do. All right. Thank you for laying this all out. I want to give you a quick point of feedback on the user interface. One thing that we've noticed is when people are placing a bet on the site, they don't know what that locked price or the current price of Bitcoin is that they're betting on for going up or down actually is. And so I'm wondering, how we address that, or if like the way that it works, we might want it to have like a continual shifting. I mean, that might be too complicated. So basically that's the first piece of feedback. Just like, people knowing what price they're actually betting on for those implied odds and everything. And then the other question that comes to mind is, how we've never done anything like when you're talking about anchor repo, trying to do everything separately for Solana and getting it live. I have no idea how to do any of that. So what would be the best way for us to actually end up doing that as well? Is it something that we do on Replit? I'm not sure. But with all of this in mind, I'm just giving you full context. You're the expert in all relevant domains here. So I would love to hear your thoughts on everything. Please feel free to take your time, go through everything, understand where we're at, and then we can come up with the best approach together. All right, so we give the mega prompt. We give a lot of mega prompts. And guys, it's kind of just like chatting. Great question in the chat. Bane's asking, can you explain how do you make prompt? Okay, so when we're putting the prompts into there are a couple of different things about the prompts. Prompts are super important. The prompt we just gave there was just us chatting, because speed is also important. So sometimes it's like, instead of us solving the problem, you just want to give the context of everything that's going on in your thought process to the AI system, and then ask it to try and, figure out the best way to solve things. Because you're never going to be smart enough in all these areas to like really make the best decisions. Like you're just not. So what you need to do is kind of be like a conductor, a conduit of the ideas and the context So the AI, imagine if the AI is you, if you were as smart as this system and you were PhD level smart in every domain in the entire world, then you could probably do some good stuff. But you can't do that. The AI can. So you need to get whatever context is relevant to solving the problem to the AI and let the AI solve the problem. I hope that made sense. But you'll see as I do it. This is how I build. So you guys will see as we're doing this how this works. So I normally skim this, but I will give you guys a little heads up here. So this will be faster the more that you do it, by the way, because then you won't have to wait for me to explain things. You'll just go, bang, bang, bang. And then you can build. You guys are about to see how to build literally anything. This is actually not a very simple product. Like the other products, just a website, flow, etc., are more easy. This is dealing with connecting different wallets, transferring the funds, crypto, building on the Solana blockchain. So if you can do this, you're going to be able to do a lot of other stuff more easily. And really, we don't even have to be an expert on this. We just need to be able to be, like I mentioned, the conductor of the prompts. So want to tighten, see how it says tightening the user experience logic, the UX logic, and getting on-chain engine built by someone who lives and breathes Anchor. I have no idea what the hell Anchor is, but I mean, I can deduce what it is, but I've never heard of or used Anchor before this. Okay, the user experience. What exact price am I betting on? Okay, yes, we're totally right. Users need to know what price line they're betting on, up or down. Right now, the copies will BTC close up or down, but nowhere do they see the current price actually or when it was locked. It keeps you, if you keep it ambiguous, people will subconsciously trust it less, even if the economics are correct. The best approach, lock a reference price at market open and show it clearly. Instead of the threshold being fuzzy, do this. When you open today's market, you capture a reference price. That becomes the fixed line for the entire day. The market question will become, will BTC close above whatever that reference price is? And the hero simply renders that with bold clarity. UI changes I'd make at the top under the main question, add a line like reference price locked at, okay, whatever your rule is. Yeah, optional, but nice, a tiny secondary line. Outcome, BTC close above wins, close down. Okay. Tooltip, near the total pool implied odds. This is payouts are based on the size of each pool, not the price itself. Price only determines which side wins. Later, you can also show the live BTC price for context from an API. I was going to say that's pretty, I feel like that would be cool. But the core thing is one locked reference price clearly shown. All right, so this, remember that last prompt, we're giving the context and we're trying to do a final improvement to the UI. This is important in product development or shipping an MVP. If you know what it's going to look like, the user interface, you want to know that before you go and do all this wiring and stuff in the back end, because it's going to be much more difficult later on if you want to make all these changes. So we noticed it, we saw it, and then we were like, all right, we're going with that. All right, so should the threshold price shift as price moves? I would strongly say no for V1. It's harder to explain. It creates moving goalposts. I agree. Yeah, for V1, we're not going to have a moving goalpost. The game is, did you buy the perfect dip or, okay, right side of the day, fixed risk. Okay. Okay, so see, it addressed. We've never done Anchor Solana before. How do we actually pull this off? Because I didn't know. And so whenever we're unsure about something, we feel free to ask. So here. Totally fair. We've already done the hardest part, clarified the product, and built a real UI. Okay, so option A, learn enough Anchor to ship V1 yourself, full control, no dependency on deeper understanding. Cons, steep learning curve if you've never touched Rust or Anchor before. Okay. Install Rust Solana. Okay, locally. Blah, blah. Okay, so we might actually have to do some stuff locally. Doable, but you keep owning product UX and bring in an Anchor dev. So this is saying to bring in a dev. A working front end with Wallet Connect, betting UI, admin page, a clear economic model, very precise spec of what you want to do. how to structure it, keep Replit for the front end, have the Anchor dev work in a separate repo, GitHub, to implement the program accounts, instructions based on your spec, write tests, deploy to DevNet. Okay. Let's see. Then either way, build the actual place. So you see, I don't like either of these options if I want to finish the product right now on stream. So I have an idea. We're not going to hire a dev right now because we're going to do it. In concrete next steps I take, lock in the reference price. Okay. Decide DIY, Anchor versus hire. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. Once again, this is how we problem solve here. So I'm going to you want to give a prompt to give more context, and you'll hear my thinking as I go through this prompt. Because when you prompt, you kind of just go stream of consciousness. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's just getting all your thoughts out. You can ramble. Just get it all out there, and it'll interpret it. It'll interpret your ramble. But the more context, more rambling, the better. Got it. Thank you for laying all of this information out. So on the UI front, I totally agree. I like your recommendation and the changes that you offered to the UI. So I think that that's a good approach there. I'm happy to move forward on that in the way that you believe is actually best. And then in terms of the Anchor and Solana side, option B of bringing in a dev seems like it might not be optimal for me right now because I'm trying to build this entire thing like right away myself. But the good news is that we can work together on figuring out or doing whatever we need to do. So I feel like we can get it done, but just knowing that in order to do it, it's like I know nothing, so I'm fully counting on you. And then on top of that, Replit makes it super easy to prompt to create stuff. So, I don't know. I'm just brainstorming, spitballing, but if there are any types of tools or things out there that might help in a similar type of way and just make this way easier, the path of least resistance would be optimal here. We just want to get this thing working and, make sure that all this stuff actually works. So with that in mind, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Feel free to lay it all out there and we can figure out the best approach, but just wanted to give you the context. So, take your time, breathe it in, and we'll come up with the best approach. You see what I mean, guys? We just ramble. We just chat, kind of messing around, but then we get a nice long prompt. Then we toss that in, and then we wait. I gotta mute. All right. And so that's how you make a prompt. That's how you do it. Oh, it said it stopped thinking. It's a good question. If I'm going to stream later, I think we might stream later tonight. I'm not sure though. I say that I think I will stream because I'm probably going to hit the gym after this. Well, actually, I don't even know if I'll have time. So I got the meeting at 2. So I got to leave here at 1:30. It's 8:30 right now. You know what? My next stream is going to be me at the gym. So I'm going to, hopefully we finish this product. If we finish the product or get to a natural stopping point, then I'll go to the gym. I'll stream the gym, and then that'll probably be it for the day. Okay, so it thought for 55 seconds. So it says, let's see what we got here. UI. Okay, so it gave some good input for how we do the UI that we discussed. So it gives us the So this is step number one. We're going to paste this prompt into Replit. You know, actually real quick before pasting, just because we really want to make sure we post the best prompts into Replit, I'm going to read this other, I'm going to skim this real quick and then I'll explain everything after. I just want to speed this up a little bit. Awesome. Thank you so much. I'm ready to paste whatever prompt you think we should into Replit. Once again, you've got the full context of where we're at there based on the previous screenshots. So please just give me the best final prompt that you think we should use in Replit based on your superhuman intelligence and relevant domains. And then we can later on begin discussing in more depth the best approach for getting the rest of the project built. The reason why I'm doing this is in AI, there are certain linked context windows. And so we want to use the context on focusing on that one task of giving the best prompt to Replit before we go and discuss all these other things simultaneously. Like you can discuss it simultaneously like we've been doing, but when you're getting ready to create that best final prompt to put in, you kind of just want to focus on that. So here we go. See this? You're my senior engineer on the Solana parimutuel betting app, blah, blah, blah. So this is a really good prompt that we obviously are not writing. Look at this. Because it has all of the screenshots. So this is the prompt that we're about to put into the vibe coding. Many people are chatting like, make it pretty. Do this. Add a button. We don't do that. We prompt like the very best here. Look at how long this would have taken us. So it seems like we've been messing around, that we haven't been moving quickly, right? But look at the prompt that we just wrote here, guys. Look at this. That's a much better prompt than if we just copy and pasted what it had previously. See what I mean? We give master prompts. I would not have been smart enough. You would not have been smart enough. There's no way you would have been smart enough to write this prompt. But then we just copy, which is something that you and I can both do. We skimmed it really quick just to make sure it made sense. I didn't even read through the whole thing. And this is what you do. You go down to here. And this is where you put in your prompts. So this is the checkpoint. We paste. You guys know how to paste. You right click and then you click paste. And so now it's in here. This is the prompt. And then this is the go button. So you just click this. This is something that we all can do. Boom. We are professional vibe coders. Look at this. And then we said, okay. Then you stretch. You got to make sure that you stay nice and limber while you're vibe coding. So look, optimized agent memory. This is going, now it's thinking. It's going to implement the reference price for the betting DApp and start examining the current schema and relevant files. Exactly. This is exactly what we needed to do. So this thing's probably going to work for like 20 minutes. So we've got 20 minutes to chill. But, we're getting after it. So what we're actually going to do as it's working and doing all this, I'll bring you back to the other screen. See this? Paste this into Replit. Okay, so it's working. So I'm going to say, we're just going to let it know. Amazing. We just pasted that prompt in. So Replit's getting to work. And now, yes, it's been good because we've had a little bit more time to really think about how we're going to implement the rest of this project. So, give me your full, honest, raw thoughts based on your superhuman intelligence and relevant domains as to what we should begin doing, tackling, thinking about, taking on in this next phase while it's working, while the Replit agent's working. Okay. So we got that going. And then just so you can see, this is still going. So all of this is what's been cooking since we unleashed that last master prompt. So look, it's making database changes. It's coding right now. We didn't even need to know how to code. It's coding. So we'll go back to ChatGPT. It just finished thinking. So let's lock in mentally on what to do next. So we're not in the idea stage. We've got a clean single market UI. So we're close to launching this thing from a UI perspective because I don't think we need to change it. So now we need to turn it from a beautiful simulation into on-chain money game with minimal extra moving parts. So yes, we need to actually make this functional so people can connect crypto wallets and bet. I agree. The 3 tracks to focus on-chain engine, game rules, mechanics, milestone map. On-chain engine at human level. Before we touch Anchor, get crystal clear in English what accounts exist, what states they can be in, what each instruction is allowed to do. That's good. You already have the right shape. Write it down as your canonical spec, not spine. So global market, bet, instructions, and the parimutuel math. Okay. This all looks correct. The spec is what will feed to an AI where we'll generate the Anchor program. The clearer it is, the easier your life will be. Okay, we want our life to be easier. You see how initially it gave option A, option B. Remember that? And then we gave a nice long prompt, gave it some more time to think, simultaneously got the next prompt for Replit. Replit's still working down here. And now you see it after thinking, it just needed more time to think and go through the path. Now this is a better approach here. It's a much smarter, better approach before we just dive into Anchor. So this is exactly what the system is saying. And now concrete action you can take right now. Open a Docker note and write this as a bulletproof minimal spec. Don't worry about code, just states and rules. See, this is what we should do. But we're not going to do the work ourselves. We're going to ask it to do it. But before we ask it to work on that next step, let's read the full game plan here. So the game track, game, rules, and lawyer brain clarity. So we don't need a lawyer yet, but we do want zero ambiguity about what today means, what BT price source we anchor, and then what happens in edge cases. Think through, we resolve based on Bitcoin and USD price at whatever the exchange is at this time in this time zone. basically locking in the anchor price that you, when you go onto the website, are going to see and bet on for BTC. If that feed is down, we reserve the right to delay resolution or use backup feed. Exactly. That's beautiful. If both pools are zero and only one side has money, what happens? Refund or auto win logic. That's a great point. What are we going to do if we don't have any bets in there? Okay, and then how do we handle rounding, floor versus round? This becomes copy on the site, how it works. See, we didn't even think of these things. Yes, early terms and conditions, and later your Oracle integration spec. Okay, you see, this is what happens. You just do things, and then it comes up with good ideas, and then you just listen to those. So concrete action, draft simple human language rules. We lock the reference price when the market is created at blank. We check BTC on this. If it's above the reference price, up wins, otherwise down wins. If you can't get reliable. Okay, formalize this later, but okay, milestone map. Okay, V0.5, off-chain SIM with perfect UX. This is basically where we're at. All right, V1, DevNet on-chain USDC, simple anchor, manual reference price, users bet with DevNet. Okay, and then V1.1 will be our mainnet, small stakes, and then we'll post and then add Python, Oracle automation, and multiple creator markets. Okay, so about the Anchor Solana build, how you should actually approach it. I know nothing. I want to build this myself. So this is the other thing too that's cool about this, guys. You learn while you do this. Like, a lot of this is new to me. We're just doing it. All right. Install Rust, Solana, and Anchor. You'll want one place outside Replit to install and edit these. Okay, so Mac terminal and VS Code, or we can walk through the install later. Or if you really don't want local setup, Cloud Dev Box that comes with Rust support. Same idea, just in browser. You don't have to decide tools beyond that. Anchor is just CLI plus Rust. Okay, use a master Anchor prompt the same way you did with Replit. We'll create a prompt file. Okay, so yeah, we can prompt it to do that. That's good. Yeah, to be honest, this is going to be the most complex program that I've vibe coded by a decent margin, I think. But we can do it for sure. We can for sure figure this out. Okay, so just to show you guys that we are working at maximum efficiency, this thing is still working on that last prompt that we had. So as we're getting this other thing built, we have the thing being built. So anyway, we're going to go back because we need to get the next prompt here. So let's go to the bottom here. Ready, we can make the next move. I'll give you a master Anchor prompt you can use in another AI tab. Generate the program. Okay. What canonical pro? Okay, so this is what it would actually do. So this was the first thing that it said. So I literally am just going to copy this. I'm going to say, thank you for laying that all out. This seems like a great approach. I'm on board, right? So I think that diving in to the next best steps that you recommended is the right move. I've pasted below the recommendations that you made and would love to work with you and have you create all of these in the best way possible to make sure that we are taking the best steps as we move forward to build out and finish and execute all this. So let's do it if that sounds good to you. See, it doesn't have to be perfect. And then I said I'd paste it. So I just pasted this section here. And then we fire that off. So Now it's working. And then to show you guys the bottom screen, it's also come together. So this thing's been grinding. See, it's starting to do the implied payout. It's got the reference price piece now, which is nice. See, it explains the rules right on there. This makes it like super simple. It shows the countdown, shows the total pool, and then it'll have the implied payout and everything. So now this is looking way better. And it also, yeah. And it has the locked price. So here we go. You go on the website, you know exactly what it is. Do you think that this is going to happen? Will Bitcoin close above $97,123.45 today in the next 7 hours, 9 minutes, and 21 seconds? Easy to understand. This is beautiful. And then like, oh, I think it'll be up or down. Up. Oh, we select up or down. Oh, we select down. Gonna put our US dollars in, connect wallet, bet, boom. Now we just need it to work. But this looks gorgeous. Okay. Now back to actually making this puppy work. Once this thing works, this thing can print. This thing will print dollars, I'm telling you. Okay. Simple Solana program that runs one active BTC up, down parimutuel market at a time, where users bet USDC on either up or down. There is a locked reference price of BTC set at market creation. At a fixed resolution time, the admin sets the outcome. The program holds USDC in a program-owned vault, tracks total USDC and up and down pools. So this is, for context, exactly what we were explaining at the beginning. But ChatGPT brought up a great point. We don't know if, when we're giving the instructions to the vibe coding, if it's going to actually understand all these things to work. So we, rightfully so, are building out the logic and everything ahead of time. So then later on, when we go and build all these things, like the logic and everything is set. And it's actually getting me to think now, we need to put in how we're going to make money here. We need to have a spread. I don't know why we didn't have this in before. We need a spread. We need this to print money for us when we do it. So we're going to have to do that. Let's see. Okay, this is good. This is good. I'm just skimming this because we don't have to go through all the logic and stuff. If I read all of this out loud, it's going to take a while. Like talking about pub keys. Okay. The bool. Okay. Instructions, initialize marketplace bet, resolve claim payout. Okay. State change, market says up, down. Allow user to bet up or down. And sets up, down. Okay. Get that. We're just skimming this real quick. Just quick. Okay, so I'm gonna give this a quick prompt. This looks great. I think we're off to a great start, so thank you. One other piece that I forgot to mention that, you know, maybe is now a good time to think through is what might actually be the best way for us to make money on the website. So, I mean, in particular, like what type of spread should we have on the betting, or, you know, what you think would be the very best approach for us in terms of, let's first actually, if it sounds good to you, leverage your superhuman intelligence in relevant domains as it relates to coming up with the best business model, like revenue structure for us to actually make money off of the website. And then after we've finalized that, I think we revisit this spec and then also just make sure we're approaching everything in the best way, based on whatever we decide to do. So it's a good thing we caught this, because imagine we built this whole thing and there was no like spread for us. Because whatever the spread is, we're going to need, it seems like, a portion of that capital to go to our wallet, or maybe just sit in the wallet and then a smaller amount gets taken out. That's probably easier. Okay, the core way the product should make money. A recommended fee structure. Okay. Parimutuel pool on Solana with creators of one day. Okay, this model lines up. Take a small rake on every market's total volume and share a chunk of that with the creator who hosts the market. Obviously. Everything else, subscription, SaaS, sponsorship data can stack on top of that later. But the engine is volume of USDC through markets, X small take rate on each market, X lots of creators over time. So at the base layer, you want to be not a sportsbook managing risk split. Yes, a parimutuel venue that charges a venue fee on each pool. That keeps math simple, UX fair and transparent, regulatory story more pool plus fee than house bookmaking. Taking directional risk. Users bet against each other and you skim a fee from the pool. You take no directional risk. Given your goals and risk, it's stronger. Okay, no spreads, no odds shading, just a clean parimutuel pool with a small fee rake on each market. Yeah, and this is what we were thinking. On each market, users bet up or down. When the total pool, okay, you take a fee. The remainder is what gets paid to the winner. Payouts per bet. Okay, the fee can be split. You get 2 aligned business models in one platform. Equals percent of volume creators earn a cut at the action. Host markets. You want something small enough that users don't feel ripped off, big enough, meaningful volume, aligned with creator incentives. My target fee, 2% of total pool. That sounds good. 2%. So if we get $10 million on the or $100 million on the platform, we make $2 million. $100 million in bet volume, we just printed $2 million in revenue. I feel like, you know, maybe 10 million and 200K, or like $1 million and 20K. Like $1 million and 20K. I feel like we could get $1 million bet on this and make 20K for sure. It'd be a quick 20K. I think we could do that. Obviously, we'd be going for more, but see, I think that the way that we turn this into printing, you know, millions of dollars is we need to get the core functionality to work. And then after that is where we have the sharing mechanisms. Then this will become big. Yeah, exactly. So if we get 100, like realistically, if between this market and we get a couple of other creators sharing markets and we get $100 million in total volume bet on the platform, then we make $2 million in pure profit off of just skimming it. So that would be good. This is recommending though that for early growth we do a larger or a smaller take, 0 or 0.5% with intro bets. So we'd be making less revenue initially, but then once we get more revenue, we're gonna make more. Okay, so clear story for investors, go from 0.5 to 2% take rate. Okay, creator tools, sponsored markets. Yeah, so I mean, we could turn this into like we could turn this into a $50 million business, I think, like fairly quickly. Like in terms of valuation. Because if you think about a multiple on the value, like if we're doing like a product like this that's doing millions of dollars in revenue, like the multiple on that is huge. I mean, let's say that you have like a 15x multiple. I mean, 15x multiple, I think is totally fair. And on the $2 million, so that means like at 100. Honestly, we could do some research. I would bet we're not going to like stray from what we're doing right now, but if we do some research on the multiples that we can expect and use like certain other things like poly markets or other prediction markets as comps for our valuation, I think we could justify a very high valuation if we got to like $10 million of total betting volume, let alone 100. I think that we could do this. So guys, this is what I mean. All it takes is just sitting down and doing stuff. Like, I mean, really, like what you have at your fingertips with AI, you already have funding. You have a full team. You can do whatever you want. So we're not even going fast right now. And this is how much we're getting done solo. So here, this is the answer. Use a parimutuel pool, small target 2% in the long run. We'll start with 0 to 0.5% fee for growth. We'll start with a 0.5% fee, I think, for growth. And then we'll share 50 to 70% of that fee with the creator who hosts the market. So we do a rev share with the creators. They create the markets. We find a way. I mean, this is longer term. Initially, right now, all we need to do is just get this one market, one MVP going. But then, yeah, I mean, not that hard. Okay, if you'd like, I can rewrite the spec fee. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna say, thank you so much. I love the approach. I think that it totally makes sense to start with the lower fee initially for growth. And I like the thought process of sharing 50 to 70% of that fee with the creator who hosts the market. So, yep, totally on board. I think we should do it. The one final thing for later on, but yeah, anyway, I would just love to hear your thoughts in terms of like how something like this might look later on, or what your thought process was in terms of how we expand past the MVP. I don't want to get us too distracted, but I just want your quick thoughts, just so I'm kind of in the loop with your thinking on it. So I'm not sure if that last prompt made sense. I'll tell you the thought process here as this goes. So it gave and answered the question that we wanted, but the way that this becomes like a multi-billion-dollar company is we don't have just a single market, we have many markets. And we have it with creators sharing those markets. And so we're not building multi-creator support in this initial one, but you know, in my mind, I'm thinking through if we have multiple creators sharing multiple markets and there's overlap, like I guess we'll have volume on different markets, but they might not have enough volume. You know, I'm already thinking of what could go wrong with these other things, but my mind is going too far in different directions. I think we just need to focus on this MVP, but I just want to see what it's thinking here. DevNet payouts. Okay, creator marketplace is V3. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Marketplace discovery. Why this wedge is so strong. Actual deliverables. Don't lose. Okay. Update the specs we wrote earlier. Be platform fake create a wall. Okay. I just wanted to see what it was thinking here. Okay. So I'm going to say, thank you so much for giving that explanation. It's helping me understand it all. Now that we took care of everything, understanding how we're really thinking through this and monetizing, I like your recommendation of having us rewrite the spec with this fee and create a rev share baked in, and just make sure that we have everything laid out in the best way possible. If we take a step back, Would love to hear your thoughts laid out in terms of like the next steps that we should be taking. So we're going to put this in. Our other prompt actually just finished up in Replit. So I'm going to show you where we're at there. All right, here we go. So will BTC close above this? We've got the implied payouts. You can connect your wallet. I mean, easy. There we go. We've got our admin page, by the way. Let's see, current market. Yeah, so it shows the market data, the market. Okay. Wallet connection status. Oh, so this gives us the opportunity to create more markets. Market resolution, connect your admin wallet. Okay, so we would connect the admin wallet to resolve the markets. Okay. Guys, we're moving. Anchor AI prompt to create your Anchor workspace locally or cloud. Can be a cloud. I think we should build it on the cloud just because I don't want to do this locally. So yeah, we'll do that. And then generate the Anchor program via AI. Okay. And then we'll deploy to DevNet. And then once it's deployed to DevNet, we'll wire it into this Replit app and we will have an app. You know what? I'm going to use my domain name, fuckit.ai. We're going to launch this and we're going to put it on fuckit.ai once it's ready. Because the other one isn't as attractive, you know? Or we could buy a new domain. Could buy a new domain or have it on fuckit.ai. I guess this is not important right now. Let's keep building. Okay, final copy and paste this into your internal specs, BTC up program. Okay, market account, PDA. Okay, bet account, stores users bets, instructions, initialize. Okay. Spec is perfect. Okay. Okay. Here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say, thank you so much. I have a couple quick questions before we move on. So, first things first, do we want to do one final review of that spec sheet? I just know that it's super important. So I want to give you one final chance to review that and generate the final version. If that looks good to you, then I'm wondering if you'd like to see the updates from where we are at with the Replit UI. It just finished generating. So I'm gonna put that in. I do, because I want to give it, I just want to keep it in the loop. Remember how I said like it's important to just keep the context, keep it in the loop? I'm gonna go up and show you guys exactly how I do this. Yeah, so here we go. So you guys can see my screen. So this is how we do this. This is important because you guys haven't seen me do this yet, but this is an important step. You got a screenshot. This is from where we last were. So we screenshot, and I'm not gonna like switch the screens each time, but you guys are just gonna see that I'm pasting it each time. And so then like we got down to here. So we're gonna take another screenshot, and we're literally just doing this to give the AI full context. So now we're a little further. And go here. Screenshot. Paste that in. Scroll down a little more. Another screenshot. Paste that in, scroll down more. And guys, this seems like it's a silly step. I realize that, but this is one of the most important steps. Remember what I said, that you are too stupid to understand how to make good prompts? And I've said the same about myself. I'm not saying it's a one-way ship here, but you're just too dumb to do this and write the good prompts. And so we now have added, and we also would skim this too. So I'm going to take a second to skim it, but basically like gives, okay, the API endpoints were tested, blah, blah, blah. These are the database updates, API, admin, blah, blah, all this stuff, right? So I'm going to bring you back to the other screen now. So here, this was the last prompt. I said, do the final review, which is important because this is very important. Before we start generating Anchor code, you're going to mess everything up if you don't have the right specs. Just like before starting the project, you got to know what you're building and who you're serving. With this, you got to make sure that the specs are right, because if you mess up the logic or anything, it's going to be all messed up. So that's why I gave that last prompt, to have it double check. And a lot of this stuff you might think, okay, Will, how do you know to do this? Just think about it logically, right? Take a step back and think, if you were working with a team, right? And every time you gave them a task, you gave them 50 hours to do a task. Let's not even say 50, let's say 10 hours. Every time you give a prompt, you give them 10 hours to do that task, right? Some tasks that you give might be much bigger than others, and they might take a lot more time. And maybe you ask it to do something and you gave it 10 hours and it got it done, but it really would be better and have a better result if you just gave it another 10 hours, gave it another prompt. And so that's what I do here. You know, there's something important that it's generating that it needs to do. Give it the 10 hours, it does it, but we know that it's super important and we just need to give it another prompt and another 10 hours to work. That's why I'm saying, hey, you know, before we move on, please take your time, go through it, blah, blah, blah. Because if you don't do that, then you might get screwed, you know, you might make a mistake, and then you go and you build off of that shaky foundation. So you're trying to build a tower and you've got a shaky foundation under, then eventually that will crumble as you build a big skyscraper on top. And right now we're building a skyscraper. We're trying to build a multi-million-dollar product on this. And if the logic's messed up or something breaks or something goes wrong, that's bad. It's like you have it in your power to prevent this to a certain degree by just taking these little extra steps. So yes, we're going to move fast. Yes, you are going to want to get things going and ship and just take care of business, but you got to follow the process. So once again, we've got all this up, saying before we generate, the spec must be airtight. One wrong assumption could mean a painful rewrite later. Exactly, this is what we were just talking about. All right, so superhuman review of spec. I removed ambiguity, fixed edge case logic, added implicit constraints, and improved clarity around fee handling, wallet accounts, and PDA derivation. See, it made some improvements. If we hadn't done this, maybe it would have messed up. Okay. Bet account. Okay, so we probably would want to copy this entire thing and save it in a Google Doc somewhere. Okay, so see, I also mentioned that we're going to send Replit UI update screenshot. So it says when you're ready, drop the screenshots. So I'm going to say, sounds great. Thank you. I just attached all the screenshots showing what's happened since our last prompt that you recommended with Replit. Take your time, go through it all, and let's begin to ideate and brainstorm next steps based on your superhuman intelligence and relevant domains, and then we can figure out the best way to proceed. That's another thing. I forgot I haven't brought this up. I always ask it to use its superhuman intelligence in relevant domains, because with 100 hours, you'd rather have 100 hours of the expert in like X, Y, and Z for the task helping you. So it's going to help your outcomes be better. Think about the limitless possibilities. You give a prompt and there's so much happening behind the scenes that can edit how good your prompt is, and how many, like what potentiality comes out from the couple of words that you put in. So you might as well have it leveraging those hours in the best way possible as it comes up with these prompts. It sounds silly. I know I seem like a crazy person when I prompt like this, but the outcome's better. So like, don't hate the player, hate the game. This stuff works. Feel free to use that knowledge or not. But I mean, we don't even know how to code, but look at what we just built because we're good at prompting. Okay, so let's see. Quick UI app polish within Replit. Confirm the rules. Okay, if that's good. One more tiny line, resolution time, date. This date, time, and UTC are local. This directly corresponds to resolution TS on chain. Okay, that's actually good. That seems. Handle zero pool state gracefully. Right now is 0, 0 imply. It's fine, but show NA until there's at least one bet on that side. Okay, so it wants us to put NA instead of the zeros on the screenshot. I'll just show you the. So right here, it has zeros. It says that it wants us to have NA to ensure you don't try to compute total pool divided by 0. That's actually really a good point. I didn't even think of this, because if it tries to do the total pool divided by 0 in the UI, the system will break. So we're already preventing failures here. Okay. Align the Replit data model with the on-chain spec. Your Replit backend now has markets. Okay, so best next step here. Add a couple of extra fields to your Replit markets table so it mirrors the chain's concept even if they're not used yet. Okay, you don't need to use these in UI or logic yet. Just have them in the database and API response, which means plug into Anchor program. You're not reshaping everything later. That's good. We want it to plug in seamlessly later. We don't want it to. So we're going to have to give a prompt here. Okay, so we're gonna read the rest of this and then, all right, what we should do, you're ready for the real engine, the clean sequence for you now. Decide environment for Anchor. Okay, cloud. Initialize an Anchor project. This gives you the skeleton we'll fill with code. So as a heads up, guys, I haven't done any of this stuff in the next part, so I'm gonna have to figure this out real time and try and do it here, which I'm sure we'll be able to figure out. Job we'll be doing. Deploy to DevNet. Okay. Add the fee plus creator fields to the market schema. From the reference price blocks look good on desktop, maybe. Let's write down the environment. Mentally commit. Off-chain sim with great UI. Very concrete. Okay, I'm gonna say, this sounds like a great plan. I'm happy to take whatever next steps you think are best. Now, what do you think we should do next in terms of the final prompt we give Replit? I totally agree with your thinking. Please use your superhuman intelligence in relevant domains to come up with the best next final prompt that we put into Replit. And then I can follow your advice on next steps that we take. I'm thinking that we use a cloud dev box with Rust support for the Solana Anchor path. Once again, I love your thinking. Let's go with something that is going to be the best and easiest possible for us to do, considering that I don't know how to code. That is so funny. Okay, here we go. Okay, so it's going to come up with this this prompt for Replit here. While it's coming up with it, I'm going to throw away these energy drinks and get another. Oh, what's up, chat? So, Zikuri, long time no see, man. How have you been? All right, so asking opinion on Atlas and what is the best way to get more clients being a freelancer? Great question. So, I will answer these questions before I refocus on the work here. Yeah, so in full transparency, when OpenAI launched the Atlas browser, I live streamed their live stream and kind of reacted to it. I use Perplexity Comet browser a lot, and I technically have access to Atlas in the sense that I pay for the large plan on both, like the 200 a month OpenAI and 200 a month Perplexity. But that said, I haven't used the Atlas browser personally. And the reason why is because I have this whole PC setup and it's amazing, except that Atlas is only available on Mac right now. So just because of that, my own personal workflows, I haven't had a chance to use Atlas. But I am excited for it to launch on Windows, and then I'll provide my full thoughts on it. But I have been using the Perplexity Comet browser, which is very similar. It's the same type of concept. It's just by Perplexity instead of OpenAI, and I use it a ton in my workflow. Like a lot of these things, you see that I've kind of custom built different workflows from the ground up. That workflow that I use with Perplexity is incredible. This is also pretty sweet too. I haven't vibe coded in a while, so I'm happy to be getting back in the game with you guys. But yeah, and then your other question, best way to get more clients being a freelancer, My Worker AI, baby. My Worker AI. But the other thing too, outside of My Worker, is really understanding if you're a freelancer, your value prop and who you can help and what the person that you're trying to sell to, what their problems are. Like a lot of people try and sell thinking me, me, me. You got to think you, you, you. You know, what is it that your target customers facing? What's their day to day? What are their challenges? How can you help? What problem are you solving for them? How much is that problem that you're solving for them worth? And then making sure that you speak with them. So think about, where do they live? What platforms are they on? Where can you get in touch with them? And how can you get feedback to test your hypotheses? All right, so back to the coding. So this is the prompt. This is what we're pasting into, so what we're gonna paste into Replit. So yeah, see, once again, we asked it to do a longer look. This was the initial prompt that it gave for us to put into Replit. Or was it? See? And then after we said, yep, just take your time and do a better one, it gave us this nice long one. And so what we're going to do before we get into this other Solana stuff is we're just going to take that prompt. I'm going to make sure that I copied it. All right. And then we paste it in. And then last time it worked for 12 minutes. We're going to let it work. So now that that's working, I think the Replit shell is pretty much done after this prompt. And then we're going to be getting ready to try and wire in what we're about to build. And then this thing should work, is my hope. Okay, so here we go. Yeah, so it's implementing all the changes end to end. Yeah, so while that's going, I'm going to go back up to here. So once this finishes and every quick manual test, create a new admin market with reference. Okay. Then we're ready for Anchor. Confirm home. Okay, so we're gonna have to make sure that everything's built properly and confirmed in Replit after. But for the time being, then we're ready for Anchor. Since you chose a cloud dev box, next step is to spin up a GitHub code space or Git pod with Rust plus Anchor. So I don't know what either of those mean. I haven't really done that before, so I'm going to say awesome. That sounds great. We just put that prompt into Replit, so it's getting to work. In regards to Anchor, yes, we're doing the cloud dev box. Based on everything you know so far, I've never done either of these things. So what do you think we should do? Do you think we should go to GitHub Codespace or Git pod with Rust plus Anchor? I've never used either of these things, so I'm fully relying on you to choose the best path forward for us based on your superhuman intelligence in relevant domains. Let us know what you'd like me to do, and I will go and take that action. Okay. And now it's coding. Okay, beautiful. So it's choosing GitHub Codespace for simplicity. That's what I thought. Probably be easiest. Lowest friction, happy to lean on AI, the best path. GitHub Codespaces. Okay. So we need to... Okay. Open Codespace on that repo. Okay, guys. I'm going to be right back. One sec. I'll actually put up the other screen so you can just see this thing work down here. Okay. Here we go, guys. Here we go. Ayush, what's up, dog? All right. So, as we can see, Replit is still cranking out work. We've built the front end pretty much, or the UI. The UI of this app is looking pretty good. What's up, Bane? Yes, guys, I am back. I am back. Hope the wait wasn't too long. Good news is that this thing was working the whole time. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get ChatGPT to keep doing some work for us. So, okay, it looks like we need code spaces over Gitpod. Okay, that makes sense. It's built into GitHub. Fewer moving parts, VS Code in the browser, super familiar. Okay, easy to restart, recreate if something breaks. Great fit for copy commands, run, paste errors back into AI. Gitpod is fine too, but code spaces is the smoother default if you're starting from zero. So, what I should do next step, I gotta go to GitHub. All right, I'm just gonna do this on the bottom browser. GitHub.com. Okay. I think I have an account. What is my, let's see if this login works. Oh, okay. I guess I have an account. I'm logging in. Ayush, I'm doing great, bro. Doing great. How are you doing, my friend? $92, $978. All right. Okay, guys, I'm literally just following the steps here. So then I got to click a new repository in GitHub. Okay. Just so you guys can see, I've gotten into GitHub here. Okay. So I'm just going to literally do exactly what it says. Okay, so, and then keep it public or private, your call. I guess we'll keep this, anyone on the internet can see this repository. You choose who can commit, you choose who can see. We'll probably want it private, right? Probably don't want it public, I don't know. Okay, and check add a readme if you want. Okay. And then just to make sure that we do everything right, this is another tip that you guys are about to learn. So I don't know if I'm doing everything right. So I'm going to take a screenshot and I'm going to say, I'm literally going to put this into ChatGPT. So I just want to make sure that I'm doing this all right. So I'm going to say, sounds great. I'm in GitHub. This is where I'm at right now. Is there anything else I should do here? Should I create the repository? Down to follow the next best steps you think are the right way to go. Thank you so much for thinking through everything in the best way possible. All right. Yeah, Ayush, I recognize the name. Yeah, so guys, just so you can see, we got ChatGPT going. All right, we're clicking create. repo, and then that will spin up the cloud dev. Okay. So I'll keep the bottom screen open so you guys can see. So we're gonna click create repository. Okay. Now, okay, so as you guys can see, I am by no means like I don't live in GitHub. I'm not a coder, so I'm literally just gonna screenshot this and just say we're gonna have this thing walk me through step by step, literally. All right, I just created it. This is where we're at. Where should I go next? You know, I'm new to this, so I will go and click on and do whatever we need to do based on your guidance. You guys are watching me learn in real time here, real time. So ChatGPT is going, analyzing the image that we just created. Oh, I think it said we need to click on the code button and then go to create a code space. So code spaces. Oh, create a code space on main. Oh. Setting up your code space. Inside the code space, open the terminal. At the top, it says that we should see terminal. Okay, oh, okay, terminal. You should now see a terminal prompt at the bottom. Okay. See, this is very embarrassing that I don't know how to do any of this. This is very new to me. Okay, so when the code space finishes loading, you'll see a VS UI. At the top menu, click terminal, new terminal. So terminal, new terminal. Okay, new terminal. You should now see, okay, a terminal prompt at the bottom with working directory, something like this. From here, we'll set up the Rust. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I don't wanna mess this up. I'm just gonna take a screenshot. I'm gonna be like, this is where we're at. Sounds good. This is where we're at. I just got into the code space and clicked the new terminal. Now I'm wondering what the best next steps are or what to do next. Thank you. This is so funny. See, I have no idea what I'm doing or how to code, but I'm just having ChatGPT do this. Okay. So look at this. Just so you guys can see what ChatGPT is telling us exactly what to paste into the terminal. So rustic version. If it says command not found, then paste this into. You should see. Okay, so we're gonna copy this in, and then we're going to. Now we're gonna paste this. Okay, I'll just show you. We just copied that and we're gonna paste it. Okay, it says command not found. So since it says command not found, we're gonna paste this in. All right, I'm gonna paste this in. All right, it's downloading. There we go. That's what we like to see. All right, great question. So Ayush, I have never, ever built a product like the one that we're building. And in order to do that, we need to build the backend or build some other stuff on GitHub. I don't know. We're in GitHub right now. So we're doing this stuff in GitHub. But yeah, honestly, I'm kind of just following the instructions of ChatGPT to build this. This is new to me, but I know that we can figure it out because we know how to use ChatGPT well, so you can build anything. Okay, so now you should see a printed version after the second Rust. Okay, it looks like we got this in. So Rust is now installed. So next we have to paste in the Solana command. So now we installed Rust. Now we're gonna install Solana. It says command not found. Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. Because can I make this thing bigger? Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna go like this. I'm gonna say screenshot this. I'm gonna paste it into ChatGPT, and I'm just gonna say, sounds great. We're making some good progress. Thank you so much. It looks like we got Rust installed, but it looks like the command was not found when we pasted that stuff to install Solana. Just wanted to keep you fully in the loop. Happy to follow your lead on the best next steps here. Okay. So now ChatGPT's going to guide us. All right. So Ayush, oh yeah, what will? Yeah. So great question. He's asking about what the app is going to do and what it will be when it's complete. So I'll actually show you. This is what we've been building. So here's the app. You can go on and you can bet whether you think the price of Bitcoin is going to go up or down by the time the countdown hits 0. So it's like a daily bet. Once a day you go on and you can bet on whether you think it's going to be up or down. So it's what you're looking at here. Yeah. Yo, Stefan. What is up, my man? Dude, it's been too long since I've seen Stefan. Stefan, how you been, bro? How you been? We're building a multi-million-dollar app on this live stream. This is our second stream building it, and it is almost complete. Glad you're doing well, man. Glad you're doing well. Guys, we're building this app that you see on screen in real time. Yeah, it's like you can bet as to what you think is going to happen to the price of Bitcoin on the app. But we need to build the back end functionality. Like the front, it looks good. But now we need you to actually be able to hook up your crypto wallet and then place bets. So that's what we are working on right now, which is why we're in here in the code space. Let's see. Okay, the Solana, check if Solana might, the image has not pre-installed, even if the installer failed in the terminal. Okay, so it says, ChatGPT is telling me to paste this in. So I'm going to paste this in and see what it says. It says command not found. If you see something like, then we're good. If you then see it really isn't available yet. Either way, don't stress. We can still move forward. Okay. Yeah. So if Solana isn't set up, we can get most of the way with Anchor. Okay. Cargo. Okay. So now we're going to copy the code for Anchor. Okay. Okay. So we're going to paste this in. Okay. There we go. So we're installing Anchor now. We installed Rust. Now we're installing Anchor. Okay. Stefan asked, do you bet on up or down? Yes. So you can, while this is all downloading here, the way that the game works is every day at the time that is timestamped, it's going to create a market, and you can bet whether in the next 24 hours the price will be higher or the price will be lower. And when there's money actually being bet, it'll show how much is in each pool, and you can bet on whether you think it's going to go up or whether it's going to go down. And you're going to get an implied odds calculated down here. Super cool. And the way that we make money off of it is we keep a small amount of the total amount that's getting wagered here between people on the up and down side. So that's how this works. But we need to actually, like, the front end pieces work, but we need people to be able to fully connect their wallet properly and to place bets and have it automatically pay out and have our cut and like all of this stuff. And so that's why we're building this stuff, this back end stuff here. So yeah, this is still, we're getting the code space ready. And I don't know how to code. So we're asking ChatGPT to code for us. So I'm switching between here and ChatGPT, and I'm just sharing screenshots, following instructions, and just like problem solving. All right, so Ayush is yeah, Ayush brings up a great point. He brings up a great point. We give the best content. We're so interesting and have such great stuff, and we've got such low subs. You guys are in so early. It's like being, I might take this video down, honestly. When I get more subs, I don't want to let these secrets out. But this is the benefit of you guys tuning into these streams. I know, because we don't have a big audience, I want all the people who come and sub right now to be winners. I'm sharing all these secrets. If I had 1 million subs, I probably wouldn't share what I'm sharing with you guys right now on this stream. So, yeah, like the odds are that I'm probably going to end up taking this stream down later on, but you guys are getting to see the secrets because this is crazy. Like what I'm sharing with you guys is actually insane. Building a multi-million-dollar app in a few hours. And you see the people in Silicon Valley and the people in almost like these gated tech communities, they don't want the everyman, people like you, to actually have this knowledge and the ability to win. The game is so rigged. If you try and raise VC funding, good luck. Probably never going to happen. But, you know, it doesn't matter because you can just tune into the stream and then get the knowledge right off the bat. This is true value. Many people, I mean, seriously, guys, you guys are witnessing, like, what you guys are witnessing right here. If you just watch the last stream that I started building this and this is probably going to print, like, this is probably going to print hundreds of thousands of dollars. Like what I'm building right here. And I'll show you guys how I market it and do everything. Like, I'll show you guys from ground zero. I think we're probably going to put in like 100 hours into this project and it's going to start making money. Maybe even, actually probably a bit more than 100 hours. Yeah, we're making it ourselves. And then I'll just reach out to some of my buddies who are influencers in the community and have big audiences, and then they'll push it. And then it will start making money. And then as soon as it starts making money, I'm going to take all these streams down. So this is Ayush, Stefan, Bain. You guys are going to be some of the few people out there powered with this knowledge. Not too many people are going to know this, but you guys will know it. I'm serious. It's crazy. So this entire time, just to give you, what the heck? High code base CPU, 100% utilization. Consider stopping some processes for best. Honestly, I have no idea what that means. So we're just going to let it keep going. Okay. So yeah, this is, I mean, it's literally installing Anchor right now, which I didn't know what it was a couple hours ago, but now I know. And we need that in here in GitHub for whatever we're trying to build to work. I'm going to explain once again. I do not know how to code, but we know how to problem solve with AI, and that is the most important skill set in the world by far right now. So once again, what this app is going to do is it's going to allow anyone to just go connect their wallet and then be able to bet on what's going to happen to the price of Bitcoin to start, right? We've got plans for the future. We've got big plans for what's going to be able to happen. But this is what simply we wanted to do. And we also have our admin dashboard. And if you followed the steps that I showed you on that last stream and this stream, you will be able to do this for whatever idea you want to bring to life. Okay? Do you know the power of that? Yes, that is a good point, Ayush. That is what I suspected. I've got so much going on right now on my computer. And this is fun, though. This is fun, just building stuff that is going to be really cool. All right, so yeah, you guys kind of get the gist of what this can do, and it'll show the payout, the implied payout. We just need to get this actually working so people can connect their wallet and bet with real money, and then we'll have like a minimal viable product that we can start to test with smaller bets, make sure everything's working properly. And then we just keep building. And then once we feel ready, we start pushing it to some more people, allow more people to bet. So yeah, that is that's what we're doing here. So let's see if this is still, okay, it's still building. Okay, I mean, I'll close some tabs. So let's see. Yeah, Ayush, the people who are in stream right now should have some sort of group like early access. Yeah, guys, join my Discord. Join my Discord. Let me drop my Discord for you guys. Okay. All right, guys. I'm posting this. Everyone who's in this early, join my Discord. It is coming in the chat. Oh, Ayush, you made me a Discord, and then I realized that someone else who's helping made the Discord. Bane, it's your Discord. That's the Discord that I just sent, right? Did I send the link for the wrong thing right now? I think I used the right one. Wait, Bane or Bane, you've got the Discord link. You share it. You share it. Oh, okay. Guys, Anchor's installed. Anchor is installed. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to screenshot. And once again, this is what we're doing. We have this. And then we copy and paste that screenshot in. And then I'm going to say, let's see, Cardinal Anchor. It looks like Anchor just finished installing. Also, I forgot to mention that the Solana thing didn't work and it said command not found. As a heads up, I gave you the screenshot to show you fully where we're at, so I'm happy to follow whatever next steps you think we should follow. Okay. Now it's analyzing, and it will tell us exactly what we should do here. Okay, guys, you are in for a treat here. Once we get this working, this is going to be amazing. You guys are going to see how we're building a multi-million-dollar business live. All right. Anchor installed, Solana, but that's not a blocker for what we want to do right now. We can build a whole Anchor program, and then that's Solana only when we need to run tests and deploy to DevNet. Worst case, we can deploy from a different machine later. See, I don't understand this. Deploy from a different machine later? What does that even mean? All right. I'm going to say, I'll ask on the next thing. So I'm going to follow the instructions, basically. Guys, I'm literally just doing exactly what it tells me to do. So I'm going to paste this in. All right, whoops. All right. Okay, it says clip 32.1. Okay, something like, if that prints, great. Now initialize Anchor workspace. 32.1. Okay, sounds good. Yeah, Stefan, that's a great point. Because I don't know how to share my stream whenever I go live. So I just will sometimes share it on a story on Instagram or something. But I feel like I need to start sharing it in Discord whenever I'm going live. Also, invite your friends to the Discord. Okay, here we go. So next thing, it looks like that worked. So now we need to initialize the Anchor workspace. So I'm gonna install, paste this. Okay, and then enter. Are you sure you want to paste 4 lines of text into the terminal? All right. What is it? I don't know what that means. So it says you already tried the official Solana installer, got an SSL error. That's likely a network restriction in this code space. That's okay for now because Anchor build only needs Rust plus Anchor. We'll only truly need Solana for Anchor test, local validator, Anchor deploy to DevNet. We can get the program compiling first, then later either retry Solana, install in this code space, or deploy from another environment, your Mac, with Solana installed. Right now, the highest leverage. Oh, I just realized you guys can't see what I'm reading. That's a good point. I need to get organized with when I stream. The schedule's so, so random that it's hard to know, but I'll try and give you guys a heads up when I stream. I'll have to give you guys, I'll try and give at least an hour heads up normally. Okay. So it looked like to build this, Solana is not working. So we have a different approach here, which is fine. It's fine. Quick immediate command in the code space terminal run. Okay. I think we already did that. Anchor BTC. Will succeed, then just reply. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take a screenshot and say, Say, paste that in. Sounds great. This is where we're at. What do you think the best next steps for us would be? And then the Solana thing's still kind of confusing. So it says we tried the Solana installer. It didn't work. Get the program compiling first and later. Only from another environment. Also, I like the plan, and we can hold off on the Solana CLI for the moment. As a heads up, I don't have a Mac. We have a Windows. But yeah, anyway, I've attached a screenshot, so feel free to let us know whatever you think would be best to do next. All right. Yeah, Bane, that's a great point. So I'm thinking that I'll try and give you guys the heads up in Discord for when I go live for streaming, or Bane can put it in there. But yeah, I'll try and give more of a heads up. So right now, just so you guys know my schedule for what we're doing here, I've got a meeting at I got to leave here at 1:30 p.m. and it's 10:04 a.m. I might actually hit the gym after this stream, and I'll stream the gym. So I'm going to be streaming now up until I got to go to this meeting in Beverly Hills. So you guys are getting a lot of me today because we're doing this, and then see, this is how we do it. We build, we make stuff, and then we're gonna go and we're gonna lift some weight today, guys. We're gonna be moving some serious weight. I'm deciding whether we want to do chest, tris, or back biceps. But we're going to be moving some weight. I can guarantee you that. We're already like 3 energy drinks in. Okay. Use the code spaces build with agent AI. Oh, on the right side to write the anchor program. Okay. So click build with AI, open the chat in the agent master prompt. Okay. Ooh, look at this master prompt. Okay, so this is exactly like what we did in Replit. Yes, implementation details, what I want you to do. Sure the code compiles with anchor build. After agent finishes. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. This is a key learning moment that you guys are about to see. What did we talk about previously? We said, make sure you give the best possible prompt. The prompt that the AI just generated, we skimmed it. It looks really good. But once again, let's say you give a team 10 hours, they might be able to do something good. You give them another 10 hours, they could do something better. So here's what we're gonna do. This is the key. Many people might just copy that prompt and post it in. We are going to do exactly what I'm about to show you. That sounds like an amazing plan. I'm excited to get going. I found the build with agent in code spaces, so I'm ready to paste in the best possible final master prompt. Because this is so important, and I know we've done a lot of work leading up to this, let's take a final moment to do one last review and make sure that we're creating the best possible final master prompt to put in, and I will run with it. Thank you so much. Let's work with your superhuman intelligence in all relevant domains here as we go through this and make the best final prompt to put into the agent. Okay, there we go. All right, guys, for the chat, yes. So I think that For those of you guys who are wondering too, I've talked about this previously, but I think for everyone here, I'll just run through it real quick while this is going. So one of the things that we're doing to level up the stream is we're starting to try and take moments from the stream, turn it into clips, and distribute it. This has been very new to me. So I've gone and connected with a number of different clipping communities, and we're testing out, getting our feet wet, checking out how this works, kind of wrap our heads around it, and also figure out how we're going to build our own clipping army to take the moments from this stream, because that's how I see us getting larger distribution for everything that we're doing, all the content. So that is exactly what we're doing, and yeah, I'm just learning. So some of you guys are much more seasoned and experts in this area, but I think that I agree with you that having our own Discord that allows for this would also be useful. Okay, so here we go. Master prompt here. Look, this is already a better prompt. I just like the way that it kicked it off as well. The bet account. Instructions. Need 4 instructions. Okay, so are we posting all of this in at once, or resolve market? All right, let's see. All right, guys, see, look at this. We don't even know what the majority of this crap even means, but it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter, because what matters is your resolve, your resilience, your ability to problem solve, your ability to ask the right questions, and most importantly, your ability to not give up. So it doesn't matter if you don't know what all this stuff means. If you've got that stuff, you're good. All right, here we go. Okay, declare, I mean, this thing's still grinding. It's grinding. Also, later today, I think my assistant's coming in at 4 p.m. She normally comes in the mornings. That's why I don't stream in the mornings, because she needs this setup to work. She's got her own laptop and everything, but she's just way more productive when she works here. And I've got 2 phones that I will work from simultaneously and then collaborate with her in person. Maybe one day we'll do that. I'll do it live, so you can see how I work with her and how the way we operate. You know, she doesn't want me to share it because she thinks it's too valuable, what I taught her off stream and how we get stuff done. But literally just her and I, the amount that we get done is fucking ridiculous. Seriously. It's seriously unbelievable. Like, you wouldn't believe it. You would have to see it to believe it. But maybe I will show you guys one of these times. But yeah, I am showing you the secret here on how to build a multi-million-dollar product in, you know, under 100 hours, or a multi-million-dollar business in under 100 hours. So, you know, see, this is more difficult than many other things, but you know, the more difficult, the higher the barrier to entry, then the more possibility you have. So I'm teaching you guys. Here we go. So let's see. And literally it's just following instructions. And so what to implement in programs, BTC, declare the program module with declare. I mean, make sure the PDA, when you're done updating live, I'll run anchor build in the terminal. So please make sure the code is intended. Once you paste that into agent and let it work, open, then bring me any compile errors and we'll wait. I'm confused what I paste in. Do I paste this entire thing in? Let's see. Let's see how this ends. So it says, notes this program only ever uses one market. Initially starts from 0 after. We do not support multi-bet account. Let's see. Okay. Honestly, you know, I'm just going to ask because I don't want to accidentally fuck up the agent. So I'm going to say, Sounds great. Just to make sure I paste the right thing uh, into the build with agent section, should I paste in everything that you just sent me, or like, you know, do I paste it in piece by piece? Like, do I paste like only part of what you sent me? I just want to make sure, because, you know, I'm new to this and you're the expert. What exactly am I pasting into the agent? I will follow the steps perfectly. Just want to make sure that we are following them properly. Okay. Because guys, we've made it so far. We've almost built a full DApp, decentralized application built on Solana with a great use case that is going to go and get a ton of people betting and is going to go huge. But we don't want to mess it up. Okay. Paste the full, oh my God, all sections end to end. Okay, guys, what a master prompt that it just, and then when it's done, you'll see the new, wow. Okay, guys, look at this prompt. You and I would be way too stupid to come up with this. No way you would come up with a prompt like this. All right. Just copy everything. Okay. Okay, we're gonna, okay, once you paste that into the agent and let it work, open programs in the code space terminal inside run. Okay. All right, there we go. Copy. And look, guys, just so you can see how we do this, we copy that, we go to here, and you guys know this is an important one. Paste, Control V, and boom, just like that. You see how intelligent we are. Control V is paste. Don't forget it. And then we click go. Boom. All right, we're building. Is it going? Oh no, is it not going? I thought we were done. What happened here? Did it crash? What's going on here? Oh, okay, it's processing. Let's see. What does this say? It looks like an error message. Command, the following extensions want to relaunch the terminal to contribute its environment. Okay. Maybe I click relaunch terminal, but just because this is new to me, I'm going to screenshot this. I'm going to say, then I'll show you exactly what I'm doing. Guys, you guys can do this. Thank you, Ayush. I appreciate you calling me the G. I agree. All right. So now it says we're doing everything right. I'm going to say, amazing. Thank you so much. Want to give you the quick update. In the screenshot, you will see that I don't know what's going on. There is potentially an error of some sorts. I'm not sure. What do you think we should do next? I want to make sure that we do everything in the best way possible, and I trust your guidance. All right. Problem solving. It's probably going to say relaunch terminal, but I didn't want to do that before we ensured that GPT knew that that was the right approach. So yes, it's thinking, it's taking it all in, and it's going to make sure that we did it. Okay. Okay, there's no real error. Let me decode what you're seeing. Printed a version, ran successfully. You can see the lines. Initialize, empty. Okay, the little pop-up in the top right, shell integration relaunch, is just asking if it can hook in things like Copilot tooling. It's not a failure of Anchor or your project. You're currently in. Okay, that's exactly where you want to be. What to do? Yes, tell me what to do. Quick sanity check of the in terminal. Just run this. Okay. All right, we're gonna copy this and then open the pro. Okay, so I'll show you. I'm just gonna show you guys exactly what we're doing. I'm just listening to what it's telling me to do. I paste that, go. Okay. I don't know what that means, but I'm hoping that's good. I don't see an error. So let's see. Open the program file in the left-hand Explorer. Expand the BTC. Oh, okay. So expand this. Okay. Did we just build this? Guys, look at that. All right. All right. Look at that. So you should see some. Open the file, left hand, then expand programs. Okay. So expand programs. Okay. BTC parimutuel SRC. Okay. Guys, it looks like we built a lot. Go us. All right. Expand BTC. Click on librs. What the heck is librs? Oh, here. Okay. Nice. Okay, and then you should see the default anchor template in there. Okay, I don't know if it is, but we're gonna share some screenshots. Okay, just so you guys can see what I'm reading. Okay, now we're at the fun part. On the right side, click build with agent panel. Click on paste the entire master prompt I gave you in the last message. Everything. Okay. Whoa there. Give it a minute to work. Before I do anything, see, so I opened up the structure on the bottom here. Before I just go and take all these steps, this is another little trick. I'm gonna let you in on another little secret. So many times you're gonna go back and forth as if you're going back and forth with someone that is an expert. Pretend that you're working with the smartest team of experts in the world. And you just need to let them know that you know nothing and that they're keeping you up to speed with everything. You just kind of give them what they need. So I am going to take a screenshot. All right, let me show you the bottom screen to show you exactly what I'm doing. And if this is boring or you guys already feel like, hey, you're over explaining, then let me know. But I think that this is important. So we're gonna screenshot that so it sees it. And then we're gonna go back up to the top. And then we just paste this in. And then I'm gonna say, amazing, that sounds great. Just wanted to give you the quick update. I followed some of your instructions up here. And it looks like we're at a good spot. I haven't yet pasted the master prompt in to the build with agent section quite yet, but if everything looks good, I'd be happy to do so. Just let me know exactly what you think would be best and what we should do, and I will follow your lead. Thank you. Okay, so we do this. Ayush, thank you. Yes, you know, it's kind of like steak. I think that we could be bigger, you know? So, you know, if I spent over 100 hours building this, I think that we could really do something. You know, but I mean, I'll just do it on stream, but then I should take all this stuff down later because I can't be giving away all the secrets. You guys in my Discord community and early on, you guys get to see the secrets here. This is more valuable than college by far. I don't know how they're scamming people for $50,000 US plus in the US, but this is way more valuable. All right, so look, we're in the perfect spot. I agree. What I see in the screenshot, okay. A moment to paste in the master anchor prompt. Okay, so now we're gonna paste it in. All right, it's fine. Okay, copy the full prompt I gave you, the long one with full spec amounts, paste it one shot into the agent. Okay, so now we're gonna go up and copy that prompt again. I mean, look at this beautiful prompt. I mean, I don't know what any of this shit means, but this is a gorgeous prompt. You don't need to know what it means. You just need to know that it's gonna build a beautiful product. All right, here we go. I mean, imagine how long it would take you to make this prompt. I mean, even if I was a genius and I could just type at the speed of light, I wouldn't be able to work this quickly. Okay, copy, and then I'm gonna bring you guys down to the bottom screen, and then this is the most important part. Okay, don't mess this part up. This is the hardest part potentially. You right click and you click paste. You see that? Oh, I missed it. I almost wasn't able to do it. But here, this is, as long as you can do this, you can build something big. See? First time, don't give up, you try again. We missed clicking paste the first time, but then we didn't give up. We tried again, we clicked paste, and we got it in. Okay, so now, this is important. We click the enter button. Okay, boom. All right, I don't know what's gonna happen. Let's see. Ayush, thank you, bro. Ayush is saying that I am helping guide India. India, it's time to gather and be enlightened with the knowledge here, okay? Ayush, share the stream everywhere. All right. All right, thank you, bro. I appreciate that you like the content. Thank you, man. All right, so I'm gonna screenshot this. And once again, guys, we don't really need to, we just screenshot this because I don't know what this is. I'm gonna guess we click enable, but we don't wanna misstep. So I'll bring you guys back up to the top screen. Go here, paste this in. Awesome, that sounds great. I wanted to give you the quick update. We pasted the master prompt into the build agent, and this is where we're at. We have this thing that popped up asking us to enable Claude Haiku 4.5 for all clients, and you know, this is what we're looking at. So yeah, what do you think we should do next? I'm happy to follow your lead. Once again, we're very differential. You know, we're not the experts. You're not going to tell LeBron James how to play basketball, okay? You're going to watch LeBron. You're not going to tell LeBron, you know, I think you should keep your elbow a little higher, because I watched a YouTube video this one time that if you keep your elbow higher, you can shoot better. LeBron's going to look at you, and he's going to dunk on you. His balls are going to be in your face, because that's how much better he is. He's going to jump so high and just dunk on you. And that's exactly what it's like when you try and tell ChatGPT how to prompt or what it should be doing. No, don't do that. Let the master go to work. Okay, we got two different chat things. Okay, right now it looks like the pop-up. Okay, so your actual anchor code in lib is still the tiny default template, which means the agent hasn't rewritten it with our spec. So what to do with the clock? You can click enable if you want. It just means Copilot will use Claude under the hood, or ignore it. It doesn't affect the anchor build. It's just which model. The important part is where you paste the prompt. Okay. See, guys, as you know, I don't code. So this is all new to me. I'm learning this real time with you. Yeah, I'm doing this live with you. So here we go. Yeah, thank you, guys. I agree. When I share knowledge like this, I'm telling you that this will make you rich. If you, I'm actually, no, it won't, because you're probably too lazy to do any of this stuff. But that said, it is the knowledge that you can't find anywhere else. And it's because I invented this. I was the top mobile vibe coder on Replit, one of the top. I don't know, they didn't tell the exact ranking. And then they asked to hop on a call with me. The team at Replit, the team that hit 100 mil ARR so quickly, they wanted to hop on a call with me to get feedback. And you want to know what I did? I didn't respond to the person from Replit, because our time is too valuable. But I'm giving my time to you guys on the live, because if we're going to give away the knowledge, we're not just going to give it one-on-one to the team creating the products. I'm going to give it to the people that support the channel. All right. So once again, we're figuring out what the hell we're doing here. So you got two different chats. Okay, your actual anchor code, what to do. All right, we'll click enable. Doesn't affect the anchor build. Where to paste the master prompt? You want the bottom right box that currently shows lib. Okay, build. So click in that bottom right input field, paste the entire. That's what I did. Hit enter. Ignore the chat top panel for this. We want the agent that is aware of your files. I think that we already did that. What you should do next after you hit. Okay, see guys, this is exactly what we need to do. The agent starts. They should say opening programs creating. When it's done, again, oh, there's a lot more code. Okay. Your lib just has after the agent runs. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I think I know what to do. So we're down here, we're gonna click enable, and then it's gonna work. We could have just done that from the start. All right, it doesn't matter. Because guys, we are working. We're working. Guys, we're building. We are building the future live on stream. Yes. So let's see. Yes, I'm catching up with the chat now. So Bane, I appreciate you, man. I agree. These lives are super valuable. Bane, actually, that's a great point. So owner of 2 companies and now a coder. I'm actually the owner of more than 2 companies, but yes, I can consider myself a partial coder now. Ayush, huge gambling community. Yep, I do. I mean, this app is going to cash like wildfire as soon as we finish. Appreciate the compliment on the goated content. Thank you guys. All right, so let's see. Once again, guys, we got to show and give the context because we are not the experts here. So we're gonna share some screenshots. We're gonna share 2 screenshots showing this. Oh, I forgot to show you guys, or actually it doesn't matter. I'm gonna scroll down here and then, oh, it looks like there's a lot of stuff here. So, okay, I'm just gonna try and get all the context in here. So paste that. Go down here. Paste this. And guys, as you can see, this is just like, I'm not even reading this shit, you know? Like, we don't even have time to read it. Like, some people are so slow. They're like reading every little piece. It's like, we're just going. Taking screenshots. All right, guys. Now my community, my early community, you guys who are watching, you guys are all going to be winners. So now you know the secrets. Actually, you know only a couple of the secrets. I've got a lot of secrets that are game changer. But that's the benefit of tuning in. You guys are going to see all the future benefits here. Okay. Look at all this code that we've written. What is this? This is like 500 lines of code. And we're pasting this. All right. Claimed. All right. Sweet. So there we go. Last one in here. Gonna do that. All right. Now I'll take you guys back to the top screen. All right, Ayush, if I integrate UPI into the app, it may really blow up in India. What is UPI? Okay. So I'm gonna say, all right, awesome. You know, I think that so we ran that master prompt, and I wanted to give you some screenshots to show you where we're at with everything. Let me know what you think we should do next. I'm happy to follow your lead based on your superhuman intelligence in all relevant domains. Thank you so much. All right. Boom. Let's get to work. So it's analyzing. Imagine how slow you would read all of that code. Not us. Not us. We're fast. We're fast. See? Okay. Oh, UPI is the Indian version of PayPal. Okay, we can integrate that. I mean, we'll integrate everything. Like right now, we're just doing the simple initial kickoff, but yeah, we're gonna, like, I'm telling you, if I build this for if I spent 100 hours on this, we can make a fucking unbelievable app. All right, so it's looking good. It did everything exactly what we wanted. It's 480 lines of real anchor code. All right, so move from code generated to code actually compiles, apply the changes if you have, okay. The view, diff view, seeing green or red, bottoms like keep, slash undo. Make sure you click keep, so the new librs is actually saved in your repo. Once you click keep, you should see the normal editor view with just the green code and no red/green strip on the right. Okay, run in the terminal at the bottom, you're already in. Run anchor. Okay, what are we doing? Validate everything. Two possible. Build succeeds, you see something like finish. If this happens, amazing. We've compiled on-chain program. Next steps after that would deal with Solana. The build fails, totally normal on first pass. You'll see error blocks like, okay, if that happens, select /copy the full error output from the main terminal, paste it here. Okay. Okay. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so this is going to be a website initially, which is, you know, how we'll test it, but then we'll obviously optimize it for some other uses as well. Okay. So we just apply the changes. So code is ready to compile. Let's build it. All right. So I just want to make sure that I do this properly. So I'm just going to mention real quick. I'm going to say, sounds great. Thank you so much for the update. I really just want to make sure I do everything exactly as you want me to do it. So next steps, should I just click keep on both parts? And then what do I do about this section that says run bash command? Should I click allow, skip, or whatever? I mean, overall, I just want to make sure, just outline it as in the best way possible, exactly what I should do, and I'll do exactly what you think I should do. So what would be the best next steps here? All right, and then I'm gonna, yes, Ayush, I agree. I've got some vision. I've got some vision for how I'm gonna do this. I've got a lot of connections to people that I think could help make this thing blow up. You know, my last company, we've got data centers on 4 continents. We're one of the global leaders in Bitcoin mining as a service. We've got renewable energy data centers operating on 4 different continents. So guys, and I'm not even 30, you know, you guys are getting imparted with all this knowledge and secrets that it took me. I've been an entrepreneur for over a decade, CEO and founder, and our time's valuable. Like, I hate to say it, don't want to sound cocky or anything, but we rarely ever will accept calls or do anything. So like the time that we have here is obviously very valuable. You guys are getting way more value than you're ever going to get from some coach that charges you thousands of dollars. Each live, I'm going to bring you way more value than some Grant Cardone random shit. You know, you're going to get some good stuff here. All right, so let's see what it says. So step 1, click keep on all the diffs. Okay. You'll see multiple sections, red, remove code, green. You must click keep for every change file. This saves a generated Anchor program. Do not click undo, click keep every time until no diff panels remain. All right, so I'm just gonna show you me doing this step by step. So I'm gonna, guys, this is super simple. I'm just gonna keep. All right. I think we clicked keep. Okay, that was easy. All right, step 2. All right, the agent suggested something like Anchor build with buttons allow skip. Do not press allow. Why? It will run the command inside the agent's execution sandbox, not your actual terminal. We want to run Anchor build manually in your terminal where you can see the real compiler output and send it to me. Click skip. Okay, so guys, we're gonna click skip. Okay. Oh, okay. So it just typed out this stuff. So it says, done, the lib completely rewritten with production ready implementation of your B2. Okay, you can now run Anchor build in the terminal to verify it compiles without errors. Okay, so at the bottom of the terminal inside code spaces, run Anchor build. This is the important part. If it compiles, amazing. If it errors, copy and paste the errors here and it'll fix it. Okay, so where the heck do I... See, this shows how little I know about this. I know what the terminal is. I just don't even know how to... Okay, I'm just gonna ask. I'm gonna say, awesome, sounds good. I followed those first 2 steps. Now I'm ready to manually run Anchor build in the terminal. This is gonna sound like a silly question, but I don't even see like the place to paste it. Right now I'm still in this part that you see in the screenshot. What are the exact next best steps for me to follow? Thank you. And then we're gonna screenshot where we're at. And then we're gonna paste that in. So I wanna make sure that we do this in the right way. All right, let's X this out. Oh, whoops. What just happened there? All right, it looks like it didn't, all right, we're gonna retry this. Okay. Yes. I'm just missing where the terminal pane is located. Okay. In this screenshot, you see the editor file explorer VS Code allows you. Okay, toggle. At the very top left menu, click terminal, new terminal. That toggles the terminal. Control. Okay. Look at the very bottom of the code space. There's a tin, hover until you see a little icon to expand. Okay. Okay, so, you know, I don't know. We'll just go option A. So at the top left, terminal, new terminal. This is so embarrassing. Okay, terminal, new terminal. Okay. Okay, sweet. I'm like, all right, we can figure this out. Okay, so here we go. So when the new terminal appears, we want to run, okay, to make sure you're in the correct directory. Okay, so we're gonna paste this in. Okay. Yep, if you're not inside, run. Okay, then confirm. All right, so then we paste this in. Okay, read me. All right, I'm just gonna say, I just wanna make sure we're in the right place. So I put those commands in, I'm gonna say we're here. What should I do? Put that in. Just so I'm not switching back and forth each time, I'm just gonna put in the voice prompt. Awesome, so this is where we're at and what we see right now. What would be the best next steps now? Thank you for the help. Boom. We're almost done launching this app. We're gonna get it done before we hit the gym. Yeah, thank you, Bane. I believe this is a big idea. Ayush, yeah, this could blow up. I have a whole plan for how this is gonna become massive, and you guys are just gonna see how I do it. Ayush, yes, I agree. We want to build a big community, guys. Build a big community, but we only want winners in the community, okay? We need high agency winners, okay? We don't want to. If someone is not the right fit, we don't need them in the community. We want to build the best community. Okay. I will show you guys what I just created on the top screen. So I put in that prompt and the screenshot. All right. So we're in the parent repo. We just need to step into the Anchor project folder to build it. So do this in the terminal, CD into the Anchor project. All right, so we're gonna copy this. I'm just gonna put that in. All right, put that in here. Okay. Anchor cargo. Okay, so it looked like it worked. So now we're gonna run the build. Moment of truth. If we one-shotted it properly. Come on, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Let's hope it works. If it works, that would be so fucking sweet. Okay, we hit an error. We hit an error. It's okay. It was expected. It was expected. So I'm going to say... We're gonna screenshot it. All right, paste that in. I'm just gonna say, all right, so I followed the instructions. It looks like this is what it ran into. Thank you so much for the help. What do you think would be the best approach for us to take next based on your superhuman intelligence in relevant domains? All right, so we're probably gonna have to, actually, I have no idea. My guess is do some more building with the agent, but we'll see what GPT says. Yeah, in terms of how long the stream is gonna go on, Ayush, I think I'm basically gonna go until I am gonna be running out of time at the gym. So I wanna build until I go to the gym, which I actually should plan. So right now it's 10:46. And if I wanna leave here at 1:30, then I should probably leave for the gym at 11:45 or wrap up this stream at 11:45. So can we finish this in an hour? I'm gonna set an alarm. All right, at 11:50. Okay. Let's see what it says. Nice. First build issue is expecting. Okay. Anchor build tries to call a hyper command, blah, 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 blah. Okay, next step. The terminal. All right, install the Solana build helper. Okay. Okay, so I guess we're just gonna do that. Paste that in. Let's go. Could not find cargo build in registry. Okay. if it asks about the BPF unknown. Okay. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I don't think we ran into that issue, so I'm just gonna screenshot this. And then paste it in. All right, thank you so much. I went and I pasted in that first command, and this is what it came back with. Thank you so much for help. All right, keep that going. Actually, let's see what it comes back with. I'll keep it up there for you. I guess it's kind of like just a question of how good of a coder our expert AI app is. Doesn't need to, let's skip the install for now. Given the constraints, it seems to be best to halt the building on-chain binary and code space. Let's use this repo as a source and plan to use local Windows environment. Blocks downloads from Solana's release site, which is causing issues. Oh. Okay. So guys, this is where they separate the losers from the winners. Okay, what just happened? It's actually on me. I steered you towards a crate that doesn't exist on Crate. In reality, Cargo is binary ships with the Solana CLI, not a separate crate. Crate doesn't exist. Real dependency for Anchor build is the Solana CLI, which includes Anchor. Yeah, remember at the beginning we tried to install the CLI, and it looks like Codespaces for some reason blocks this install. So we're gonna have to come up with a creative solution. I'm not. GPT's gonna have to come up with that. We tried to install Solana. That's the real blocker. Let's try it. Codespaces really won't allow it. I'll give you a plan B. All right, plan B, guys. All right. Try installing CLI again the right way. All right, run this again. If it still fails, try a specific version. Sometimes that helps. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna try the first one. SSL error in connection to release Solana. If that still fails, try a specific version. All right, we'll try this next one. Okay, that one also failed. If both something like then try codes simply isn't allowed to release, that's not your fault. It's in networks. It's SSL. In that case, the reality is we already have the full Anchor program code, librs written, saved. The only thing that's blocking is on the compiling and deploying from Codespace. So the path, plan B, use another environment just for build/deploy. Since you're on Windows, not Mac, the cleanest will be to set up Ubuntu. Oh my goodness, we're gonna set up Ubuntu? Oh my God. All right, since you're on Windows, install Rust, Solana, Anchor there, clone this GitHub repo on WSL, run Anchor build, and later Anchor deploy from WSL. Sounds like a lot, but in practice. Okay, guys, we're installing fucking Ubuntu. I've never done any of this, but I guess how hard could it be, right? Okay. I'm just gonna screenshot this so I can see the errors we're running into, and then I'll tell it that we can do that. So I just made the screenshot. All right, so it sounds like, yeah, we might have to go to plan B or something because we're getting these errors. So real quick, before I fully dive into executing plan B, let's take a moment to reflect on where we're at with everything and just make sure that we're taking the very best approach and next steps. Whatever you believe is best, I'm happy to move forward with, but would love to have your final review on the game plan and what we should do based on your superhuman intelligence and relevant domains. Thank you so much. All right. Yes, I am in the... Yes, thank you guys. We're trying to be informative, you know. We want this to be valuable. So we're pivoting to plan B. I got to make sure that I download the right stuff to my computer here. I'm just going to download this stuff. I guess I could download it here. So recap assets are ready. So guys, we're getting close. Can you feel it? Are you feel it? Can you feel it? We are close, guys. You know what? Here we go. Option A. Keep fighting Codespace's network issue. Yeah, it's not going to work. Low ROI. We already tried. We tried 3 times. Third time's the charm to know that it's time to go next. Treat Codespace as a code editor only and use another environment, WSL2 or Ubuntu on your Windows machine to build and deploy. Okay. Yeah. So we can do this. Treat Codespace as a code editor. We don't need on-chain yet. Stay with it. Demo, but okay, we want the real product. So the game plan from here, high level. Replit and Codespaces is where we design and edit code. And then WSL2 Ubuntu on your Windows laptop is where we build and deploy the Anchor program. Nice part, all heavy thinking is already done. The rest is mostly plumbing. Guys, time to do some plumbing. Time to do some plumbing. And as you can see, guys, you don't need to know how to do anything. I cannot stress this enough. You do not need to know anything, okay? All you got to do, literally, all you have to do is just ask. I've never used this. I've never used whatever we're about to use, Ubuntu. In Ubuntu, I guess we're going to have to install Rust, Solana, Anchor, all this stuff. We're going to have to clone a repo, it says. I've never done any of this stuff, but how hard can it be, you know? Like, at the end of the day, we're just sitting here clicking on a machine. You can sit wherever you are and click. It's just following instructions and clicking. It's so unbelievably easy. Okay. Immediate next steps. Make sure your code is safe in GitHub. In Codespace's bomb terminal, you're in BTC. Apparently do git status. If it shows lib, maybe a couple. Okay. Make sure the code. Okay. In code bottom terminal, you're in do. Okay. So I guess I got to click git status. Okay. So, yeah, we're just going to follow the path here. I mean, this isn't rocket science. It's copy and paste. So it says to paste this in. So I'm going to paste this. See what it says. Okay. And then once again, we don't know. So we're going to copy and paste this in. And I'm going to say, sounds great. Thank you so much for your thoughts and breaking it all down for us. Now, I've attached a screenshot showing what popped up when we pasted that git status into the bottom terminal in Codespaces. So now you're fully up to date with exactly where we're at with everything. I am happy to follow your lead on whatever we need to do next. Thank you so much. And so it looks like we're probably going to have to start setting up this WSL2 thing. I don't even know what to download, so I'm assuming that at some point it's going to tell me what to download. It's analyzing our image. Okay, let me see the chat here. I've been locked in. So, bro, how do you do? Yeah, so Yush, I agree. These gamblers guys are famous and we're providing way more value. I agree. Yes, feel free to go ahead. Make sure you subscribe, but feel free to share the stream. Yeah, I'm going to show you guys a lot of stuff that you don't have. I guarantee you that, Bane. And then, yeah, this is unique content. No one knows this stuff that I'm sharing with you guys. You guys are in the inner circle right now. Okay, so this is where we're at. The screenshot helps. Shows the important detail. Our terminal shows this. Tells us itself separate Git repo, Anchor created a Git inside it. Your original repo is one level above this right now. Your Anchor code is only tracked in this inner repo, not the GitHub remote. We don't want nested repos. We want one Git repo at the top with a folder inside. So we'll delete the inner Git folder, commit the entire BTC paramutable folder from the top level repo. Then your code is safely on Git and we can forget about code spaces quirks later. Step 1, remove the nested Git inside. In your bottom terminal, you're already inside. Run this. Okay. We're just following instructions here. So I'm going to do exactly that. Okay. And then it says you should see a .git folder in the list. Okay. Let's see. To be honest, I have no idea if I'm ready to paste that next thing. So we're literally just going to send the screenshot and double check to make sure we don't mess it up. Awesome. Sounds good. I pasted that first command that you mentioned, and this is what it replied with. Thank you. I'm happy to follow your next steps. All right. And to keep it rolling, you know, I'm just going to actually, I'll flip the screen back so you guys can see. Yeah. So once again, we're going step by step because worst case, and it sounds overintuitive, like I knew that the next thing to do probably would have just been to paste this thing in, but this gives it more time to think and really see where we're at and ensure that we're taking the best next steps. So like, see all this extra thinking, it knows exactly where we are. So it's like walk through slowly and explain. So in the bottom terminal, run these exact commands. So we're going to copy this. And then to confirm it worked, we'll run that. Okay. So we're going to run this. Okay. And then it says to confirm it worked, we're going to run this next one. Okay. Okay. You should still see all Anchor programs. We removed only Git, not your project. Check Git status from the top level repo. Still in works run. Okay, run Git status. So we're gonna run Git status now. Now you should see something like readme. This means the top level repo is ready to commit. Okay, so I'm gonna say. Okay, I'm just gonna screenshot this. We ran a couple commands there. Gonna paste this in. Awesome, sounds great. So I just attached a screenshot showing where we're at. I pasted those first couple commands into the terminal all the way through Git status and wanted to show you where we're at. What do you think would be the best next steps here for me to take? Dude, I get the same thing on YouTube where I'll be watching and it'll say 0 people are watching. All right, let's see. Okay. So now we're just following the steps here from the bottom of your terminal. You can see this. From the bottom of your terminal. Exactly what we want, repo. Okay, step 1, add the anchor in the same terminal you're already in, run this. Okay. I'm gonna do that. So we're gonna run that. Okay. So we ran that. No output is good output here. All right, perfect. This is working. Guys, we are gonna make this happen. Let's go. Okay, then run this next thing. Guys, I'm just copying and pasting. I don't even know what this shit means. All right, we're running that. Okay, 2 possibility. If it succeeds, you'll see something like main xfile y. If Git complains about missing, it might just show, please tell me who you are. Okay, so it succeeded. In that case, follow its instructions. Okay, push to Git. Once the commit succeeds, push it up. Okay, so I'm gonna copy. Okay, we're gonna push it from code spaces. Okay, so yeah, that succeeded. So now we're just gonna paste this in. Okay, this looks like it's working. Enumerating, blah, 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 blah. At this point, your entire Anchor project is safely stored in GitHub, and we never have to worry about losing it. So your exact next commit. Okay. All right, guys. Here we go. All right, guys. So this looks great. It looks like everything worked. I went through the commands and did the git push original main. Feel free to look through the screenshot to see where everything is at. Happy to follow whatever next steps you think we should do now. Thank you. Okay. So just to show you, and although it seems repetitive, I really want you guys to think through and have everything that I am showing you guys, internalize it in your mind, because this is how you do it, okay? This is how you do it. You're never gonna outsmart AI, especially on the place that it's going. If you are best at doing exactly what I'm showing you right now, you are going to outcompete everyone that you see standing in your way. So it seems silly. Trust me, I know this seems silly, but this works. If it's not broken, don't fix it. Okay, so it all worked exactly the way we wanted. I'm reminding you once again, I do not know how to code, but we are fully building an Anchor and coding, okay? Doing all this stuff. So it means we can blow up code spaces tomorrow morning and nothing breaks. Huge win. Yeah, okay, so quick sanity check. Open GitHub repo, you can root folder, okay. BTC parimutuel in the folder in the root, click into it, programs. The smartest thing to do right now. Given code spaces can't reach Solana's installer, so no Anchor build. Here, the program code is written and saved. Replit front end is basic. Okay. Okay. Replit front end is basically ready for a real chain. So guys, we are so close. We are so close to having a fully functional product here. So the best immediate move, keep making the product better while we treat WSL2 as the later today / tomorrow environment for actual build and deploy. So in this code space, we're basically done for now. On Replit, we can start shaping Solana client layer that will talk to this program once it's deployed, while you set up WSL in parallel when you have time. That way, when WSL is ready and we run Anchor build and Anchor deploy, your front end will already be structurally ready to plug in the real program ID. Let's go. Right now, your Replit app has a mock Solana or similar. The Connects wallet uses fake data. Yes, we know that. We want to keep the mock behavior for now because we're not yet deployed, but refactor that client so it function shapes match the on-chain program we just designed. Okay, guys, this is where it all comes together. Even if under the hood, okay, Replit agent. Okay, so we're gonna, but eventually your steps on Windows will be install. Okay, so I can do this when you're ready. No need to juggle it while you're in flow with Replit. Okay, sounds good. So I'm gonna say, all right, in your browser, open to GitHub, BTC Parimutuel, Anchor. Okay, so actually, okay, beautiful. Amazing, thank you so much. I've attached a screenshot for us to do the sanity check, but it looks like we're all set there. Now, could you use your superhuman intelligence in all relevant domains to make sure that we give the best prompt to Replit? I wanna make sure that we, it's very important that we build the best possible final prompt as we continue the build in Replit. So please feel free to take your time, come up with the best final prompt, and I will throw that in. Thank you so much. Okay, once again, you're watching me practice what I preach. We always, before making the prompts, we want beautiful prompts. Never write your own prompt when you're vibe coding. Huge mistake. Even a lot of people who think they're good at vibe coding, they suck. They actually suck. And they've been practicing their whole life, but they suck because they're never gonna be able to write as good of prompts as someone who's got PhD level intelligence in all these different domains. So if you are writing your own prompts, you suck at vibe coding. All right, guys, we are close. All right, Congo, let's get going. Guys, we are about to get a beautiful Replit prompt created. Oh, I forgot to attach a screenshot. Whoops. I made a mistake. It's all good. We'll see what it comes up with. I could stop the prompt, but we'll just... All right, the prompt's still thinking, but very soon... Ayush. Honestly, I don't know how many people are watching right now because I don't think that Streamlabs shows an accurate number. All right. The final boss. Here we go. I'll show you what's happening on the top screen here. So here is my computer starting to run a little slower. All right, here we go. Okay, this thing's freezing. So also, while we're waiting, I'll give you guys some more knowledge here. It's gonna sound crazy, and it took me too long to recognize this, but if you're really someone who is down to grind and get stuff done, then at the end of the day, you are the bottleneck, right? For everything. So whatever you spend your time on as the leader, as the tip of the spear, as the person who's either going to allow your company or whatever to grow significantly or to be bottlenecked, you are the bottleneck. So with that in mind, anything that you can do to multiply your capability to get more work done is huge. So you might think, Will, why are you bringing this up right now? Look at this. This is a delay. ChatGPT's frozen here. And so if you have a better computer, okay, here we go, then you're not going to have as many delays. Okay, here we go. Okay, so this is the prompt. Copy everything inside the code block and paste, no need to modify it. Step 1, mapping, okay, so we want to copy all this. Implement end to end. Once you paste this and let it run. Test, admin can still create. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna copy this master prompt. Look at this prompt. Once again, I just want you guys to be clear. You guys would never be able to write this prompt. Okay. Okay. Copying this awesome prompt. Back to the bottom screen. Go in here. Paste. Send. Ayush, that is a great question. I think I'm going to hit the gym in... I think I'm going to hit the gym at 11:50. Actually, that's a great point. While this is generating, I'm going to go and get changed for the gym. So I will be right back. I'll be right back. But once again, you can watch this thing cook right here on the left. All right, guys. Let's finish this project, huh? All right, so let's see where we're at here. Okay, so it's still building. Look at this. It's almost as if I was coding the whole time. Okay, here we go. We're getting hydrated here. Appreciate you, Bane. Okay. So guys, we're building a multi-million-dollar company right now, in case you weren't here when I left. I'm showing you exactly how to do it. There's no excuse not to now. So look at this. The prompt, our bots gave us a good prompt here. So now at this point, we just wait. If we want to do two things at once, if we're really feeling up for the challenge, we could start getting the shell for Ubuntu created. So we can install WSL2 and Ubuntu. So, yeah, maybe I'll do that. We're multitasking. Here we go. So, I mean, we can figure this out. We're just gonna go here, paste that in. For Windows PC. All right, guys. And also, if you haven't seen this browser, this is the Perplexity browser. So it's got AI chat in the browser. I go to town on this when my assistant's here. We get so much work done with this. All right, quick install. Let's see. Check if you're on Windows. What Windows we're on. Okay. Okay, well, we don't want to reboot our computer right now while Replic's going to town. If Ubuntu doesn't install automatically. Okay. We need to run one command. Quick install. Right click on the start menu. Okay, well, oh, whoops. Open a new tab. Okay, how to install. Okay, Microsoft drop. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Experience, most recent. It's not showing. This is like the old way to do it. I probably should just ask ChatGPT, but I don't want to like confuse the thread we have up there. So that's why I'm doing it like this. A simplified way to get the very latest version. Once this is in place, open a PowerShell. I feel like this is not giving a good explanation on how to set this up. Managing editor, Richard Devine. Richard Devine did not give good instructions here. Yo, what's up, Ayush? We are back. We're basically just waiting on Replit to finish working. We gave such a good prompt. We gave such a good prompt that Replit just is still going. There's still a lot to build. Zeely was like an old thing when I was trying to build my own clipping community. I never ended up fully figuring it out because then I heard about better ways to do it. You guys, no need to check out Zeely. All right, verified app functionality worked. Right click the start menu, choose Windows PowerShell. Okay, let's see. A terminal admin. What is this? Right click on the start menu. Choose Windows PowerShell admin. Okay, maybe terminal admin? Or terminal admin. Okay. Oh, whoops. Oh, wait. There we go. Yes. Okay. So we're getting Ubuntu. That's what we're doing right now. Okay. And so then run this command. And copy that. And then paste that. All right. Okay, Windows subsystem for Linux 2. Okay, this enables WSL, installs. Okay, installs when asked to reboot your computer. Okay, so reboot your PC. After reboot, an Ubuntu window will open. Wait for it to finish installing, then create a Linux username and password when prompted. Okay, the requested operation is successful. Changes will not be effective until the system is rebooted. Okay, guys, so this is actually interesting. I am going to have to reboot the system at some point in order to be able to actually launch this thing. So it doesn't matter because we're not there yet. We're on Replit right now. Oh, it just finished. All right, here we go. Here we go. Okay. Guys, we are so close. It's like you can almost taste it, you know? I can taste it, dude. Okay. So, once again, guys, I know I sound like I am a broken record here. You guys already know. We screenshot all the work. Okay? Once again, you don't write a single prompt. So remember, you see that we're down here. Then you screenshot the next one. Toss that up here. And once again, you see where it stopped down here. So you go scroll down until it's at the top there. You screenshot once again. Paste that in, and then scroll down. Screenshot, and then we're down here, down at this checkpoint. So this actually, yeah, and then one final screenshot. And then I'll even click on the admin page just so I can see what the admin page looks like. Okay. So I copy and pasted all those images. Now we're back up in ChatGPT. And then here we go. Alrighty. So yes, we have put your prompt into Replit, and I've attached screenshots showing everything that Replit did since we put that prompt in. So now you are fully up to speed. So feel free to take your time, review everything, and let's think through the very best next steps of what we should do. Thank you so much. Okay. All right, so now it's getting to work. All right, guys, so time for me right now is 11:30. I want to finish this. I feel like we're so close. We're so freaking close, and I am gonna have to go to the gym soon. You guys are gonna get to see me push some big weight. I'm gonna end this stream and start up another stream, but yeah. Ideally, we can get this done. Either way, we're gonna have to reboot the PC for the Ubuntu shell and everything to fully update. So we're on the third stream. The next stream we do after the gym, we're gonna finish this fucking app. All right, Replit did exactly what we want. Clean, coherent product. Okay, now your site was actually highest level. Immediately, okay. Just to anchor your own and run through. Okay, connect a wallet. Create a new market. Check that home page. Reload. Confirm. It now shows BTC close above 98,000. Countdown match. Min bet label at $1. Place a fake bet. You feel the flow, so you can judge copy, clarity, and friction. Where you are in the bigger roadmap. Okay, so first it wants us to test in Replit, make sure that this shit works. Then where you are in the bigger roadmap. Let's place you on a simple 4-step ladder. Off-chain sim with real UX, that's where we are. On-chain, we got an anchor program code written and pushed. Okay, yeah. Environment that you can anchor, build, deploy. So yeah, we're almost done with version 1.0, guys. There we go. Front end actually hitting Solana. Replit, okay, V1.1, Replit, client calling real, initialized market, place bet, claim payout. V1.2 would be mainnet, real USDC. Okay. So the work splits cleanly into 2 tracks. Track A, infra. Okay. Track B, polish and finalize the web dApp. So when Solana comes online, it feels done. We're massively advanced track B, and we've done the heavy thinking for track A. That's exactly where you want to be. Guys, we are so close. All right, let's see. Okay, so I'm just catching up with the chat here. That's a good question. All right, it's 1 a.m. for you, Ayush. Yeah, you might be asleep. The thing is I might not stream tonight because I'm gonna do this gym stream, and then after the gym stream, I'm going to I gotta go to Beverly Hills, do the meeting in person. When I get back, my assistant comes in, so we're gonna be working together for a little bit. So if I stream, it would be probably in your morning. Yeah, it'll probably be your morning, Ayush. I mean, I don't know if, like, when I'm gonna do it. In reality, it's gonna kind of come down to when I'm feeling like I can do it. Because I'm taking time away from a lot of other stuff I'm doing right now to do this, but this is obviously good to do. This is important. So, okay, best next steps. So make sure resolution info is crystal clear. Okay, that's exactly what, if anything, ensure spacing font. It's readable on mobile. Ah, that's a good point. I got to look at this on mobile. So thankfully, I have the Replit app on my phone. So I'm going to see what this looks like on my phone. Here we go. Hopefully it looks good on the phone. All right, I just got to log back in. All right, we're logging in to Replit on the phone. Yeah, Ayush. Unfortunately, my man, I don't think I'm going to have time to do that at the moment. All right, let's see here. All right, we're checking out. All right, let's see how this looks on mobile. All right, moment of truth. Let's see how this looks on mobile, because I think a lot of people are going to watch on mobile. This looks good. All right, guys, this is the mobile. I think it looks clean. All right, I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Sounds good. Yeah, Bane, next stream will be in probably about 30 minutes. After I sign off here, I can also just get my stream package ready. I'm gonna get this next prompt going, and then I'm gonna show you how I prep for the next stream. I'll just do that here while I'm on this stream. Okay, so this is important. We're near the finish line, but this is one of the things about building and vibe coding. If you take a wrong step, you are gonna get screwed. You really gotta take the right steps along the way, because then you'll go down a bad path and then you'll get screwed, and then you'll be spending weeks and weeks and weeks and get nothing done. So we gotta, every time we're doing something, I'm kind of a pro, so it seems like I'm all distracted, but I'm making sure that we're taking the right next steps here. And that actually is important, because when you try and do this, you will not be able to do this if you're not doing the right steps. Okay, so real quick up here, just to get refocused and hone in, it wants us, we checked to make sure it looks good on mobile. Even if it doesn't do things on chain, it wants us to test creating a market. So let's test creating a market. Let's say 9,800. We're basically just testing the product. We'll leave it at 0 fee. Check the current data, market data card updates. Okay, it updated. Let's go. And then it added 24 hours. All right, actually, a screenshot, just share. I forgot to show you. So on the bottom screen, what I did was I went into the admin panel. You see how it says 9,800? So I just made this, and it added some time. I made it in here. So I guess I can create the new market anytime. Actually, let me try something else. 98,500, do 0. We'll keep it at, all right, create new market. Let's see what happens. I'm curious. Okay, so sweet. It looks like it's working. So check that the current market data, homepage, reload, confirms it shows min bet label. Yep, $1. Place a fake bet using existing flow. So I'm gonna bet $221 that it's going to be below that. It's gonna be down. So just to show how it looks, take a screenshot. This is a pretty cool product. Like people are going to use this. Like it even shows the multiplier, the amount on down is going to be below that. Okay. So let's connect wallet to bet, Phantom. Okay. Okay, so this is actually, I'm going to take a screenshot of this to kind of show, because I think I might have found not a bug, but just something that we need to fix here. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to say, sounds great. It looks like things are displaying and working properly when I created the new market. I attached some screenshots to show you what it looks like and how everything's operating right now. Maybe this is how it's supposed to be, but when I try and connect the wallet, it never fully connects. And then I get back to this page where it'll prompt me to connect the wallet. Yeah, anyway, just wanted to give you the full update. Excited to give you the chance to dive into everything, think through things, and then come up with whatever you think would be the best next steps for us based on your superhuman intelligence and relevant domains. Okay. So once again, we're just trying to keep it in the loop. And see, it had all this other stuff later on for what to do. But, oh, let me write the explicit terms, TS and anchor instructions mapping text. That's good too. I didn't even think of that. But yeah, what we're doing is we don't do all this stuff at once. We kind of just like, we tested this and then we gave it the outcome to keep it in the loop. So each time it has full context, it's planning ahead, but we're just going like we're baby stepping it. And that's important because if you don't baby step and you do everything at once, then it doesn't have enough cycles to run through and for context and stuff. Okay, so I explained the problem there, but quick test, open the app in its own tab on Replit in the preview pane. There's usually an open link icon near the URL. Click so that your app opens in a full browser tab. Then click connect, choose Phantom, approve the connection. If it's the iframe issue in the full tab, you should see the connect button switch to disconnect / show your address, or at least the wallet modal close and the app recognize public key. If that works in a new tab, we can pretty much consider the wallet wiring good enough until we swap in real on-chain calls. If it still doesn't connect in a full tab, the next suspects would be Phantom is not actually installed in that browser profile, network mismatch, or some other. We can debug that next if needed. Let's see. You affect the particular code space can install so that anchor field, that's the environment. Best next steps, try wall connect in a full tab. Open in a new tab, try connecting Phantom again. If it works in a full tab, great. We can trust the wallet integration is basically correct. You can okay. So we basically are gonna run a quick test in the wallet. All right, catch you later, Ayush. Peace. Try connect wallet in full tab. All right, actually, I'm gonna do this. When I click connect on the Phantom, it opens up a new tab outside of the Replit browser that goes here to connect it. Do you think that we're all set to continue on to step one? Or do you think that there's any other stuff that we need to do here on the wallet side before moving on? I'm happy to take whatever best next steps you think make the most sense. Thank you so much. Yeah, because at the end of the day, I'm not 100% sure if there's too much that we could actually do. Like maybe we just address this later, because connecting the Phantom wallet right now seems like it might. We'll see what ChatGPT thinks we should do. Means Phantom isn't installed as browser extension. Okay, that's what I thought. So our wallets, it's fine. We just don't have installed. What to do on the wallet side very quickly. And side let's click open on your app. Click connect. Choose Phantom. This time you should get the extension pop up instead of Phantom. Prove the connection. If that works and your button changes state, show connected address, disconnect, then you're all set on the wallet side for the stage. You don't need more wallet work. Are you ready to move on to step one? Install Phantom and connect the flow at least once, just so you personally feel it working. Okay, so we are gonna have to download the Phantom wallet for desktop. We are not on any of these browsers right now, so which one? I guess we got Chrome, so we'll download it for Chrome. Or I guess we could add the comment. All right. Okay. We're gonna create a new wallet. Oh wait, I should not do this on stream though. Oh, I guess the stream is not shown. Okay. Okay. One second, guys. Okay. So to give you guys a heads up, we just created a new crypto wallet. So now we can test this out. All right, I'm just gonna pin that. Okay. Connect wallet to bet. Phantom. I don't know if it's working. Let's do this. Connect wallet to bet. All right. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna say, I'm going to include the top tabs now, and I'm going to say sounds great. Thank you so much. Wanted to give you a quick update. I downloaded the Phantom app through an extension on my desktop, and whenever I click in Replit to connect Wallet, it still is opening a new tab. What are your thoughts? Is that just because I'm building within Replit, or is there something else that we still need to do to the actual app? Please feel free to take your time with your superhuman intelligence and relevant domains to figure out what the best approach is, and give me a raw, unfiltered truth as to what your thoughts are on how we should best move forward. Ooh, that is my alarm. Okay. So I'm gonna get the stream ready on my phone here. I've got a separate chat that helps me come up with the stream title and description. Awesome. Now, could you please create a stream package with the best possible title and description for the stream that I'm about to do? I'm going to be hitting the gym, going to be hitting a big chest tricep day. I just decided we're hitting chest tries today. iframe, some wallets misbehaving, embedded, Replit preview. Okay. These aren't mandatory steps. They're just satisfied. It's actually on for the browser. It's installed. It's enabled. Make sure you have a full tab. You're in a full tab, not only in Replit frame. Hard to refresh that tab so the page loads. Okay. Yeah, Ayush, yesterday I actually hit legs. I didn't stream it though. I just went with my friend. All right, I came up with my title, Chest Day, ... This could get out of hand. All right, that'll be the title. I got to get my other phone to do the stream. But real quick, let's see what this says. iframe issue, quick on. Is this a blocker? Your product and code are in a great spot. Wallet Connect not sticking inside specific rep does not block us from building and deploying Anchor wiring. Right now you're still, okay, back in logic. Not yet signal. So the raw truth, I would not burn a ton of time. I agree. Let's keep going. Recommended next phase. Okay, meaningful unlock. Anchor build, Anchor deploy in real Linux environment. Okay, we already started the download here, but we just gotta, yeah, I mean, realistically, we just need to restart the PowerShell. All right, guys. I think that the timing lines up perfectly. We're gonna call this a wrap. We actually got to exactly the point that we needed. This is exactly where we would have had to restart our computer anyway, because we got to move on to Ubuntu. So we grinded in how many hours? In under 4 hours, we almost have a functioning app that will go massive, okay? So we're making great progress. I'm fired up to finish this product here. I think that we're going to be able to get it done in, I mean, we'll do it over the weekend. Maybe tomorrow. Tonight, I'm not sure if we want to dive back into it, if we're really feeling up for it. We'll have to see the vibes. But guys, make sure you subscribe, you join the Discord. Join the Discord, because then you'll know when we're going live. But until next time,